Hello, YouTube. What is going on, guys? It is Dan, and we are back with episode number 9 of the SHxTShow podcast. So thank you very much if you guys are here, if you're live, if you're chilling like a villain, thank you so much. And if you're watching this later afterwards, I hope you enjoy the show that is up and coming because I've been wanting to do this one for a while. So tonight we're going to be doing things a little bit differently than normal. Tonight we have some special guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves in just a moment. But tonight you'll notice we do not have a face camera, for anybody on the podcast tonight. Hello, Spencer. Hello. I think you, other than Artistic Gypsy, is first, so it's so good to see you.
Spencer's first.
We tonight are going to be playing some Mario Party on the Nintendo Switch. It is my guest's favorite game series. Easily hands down like the champion of this shit. So it should be interesting tonight. As you guys know, though, I am Dan, aka Redbeard. I'm just going to do my little plug like I let everybody do. You guys can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/RedbeardTV and join our Discord. All that good stuff's down in the description below. And then we've got the wonderful
Artistic Gypsy. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and Etsy. You can go to Kayla Turner Studio and get some of our merch.
Yeah, and that link for that is actually in my Twitch description or my commands. You can do !merch in my chat, and it will drop that link. So you guys should check that out if you like stickers and shit. All right, I'm going to give our guests just a moment to introduce themselves. So here we go. Be gentle. They're new to the podcast stuff, so there you go.
All right. Hey, I'm Gracie. I'm awkward. You can find me at Instagram or TikTok at Gracie Camerata. I don't do much on either, though, so you'd be disappointed.
Yeah, and I'm Logan. You won't find me on anything because I'm a fucking hermit.
What are you on Twitch? Because you come to my streams sometimes.
Yeah, I'm Bipolar Llama, by the way. So if you ever see me on here like talking real nasty to Dan, it's because we have a very special relationship.
Yeah, we'll tell some of those stories.
Special is a great way to say it.
But yeah,
that's the most polite way to say it.
Hey, Prince, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Det. Hey, Immortal. What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So we, like I said, we're going to play some Mario Party. I almost said Paper Mario. Some Mario Party on the Nintendo
Mario's
Switch.
Great too.
Paper Mario is great. I was really interested in doing this format, but I wanted to save it just for these two special people that are very special to me. And so I'm super excited about doing this
making me blush
for the first time with these two wonderful, amazing people. So Gracie's actually has the reins on the Nintendo Switch. No stress, Gracie.
Okay.
Go ahead and get us set up for.
All right.
And I'm gonna let you and Logan play first round.
Oh,
while
gosh.
we just talk.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
It might not be. There's too much pressure going on here.
Did you give me the one with the drift?
Skip this mess.
I think so.
Now, can you guys hear?
We can team play.
Yeah, we can skip.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's what
Whatever.
I'm saying, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll switch up.
Okay.
I am always Luigi.
So who's gonna be on my team? Dan, you on my
Bro,
team?
I'll be
Alright,
I'll be your boo. I'll be
So
your
are we gonna
boo.
be fucking
fine
shy
with
guys?
I'll be
Or
your
are we gonna be
boo.
fucking
I'll
boo?
be your. Oh, sorry.
DMCA.
Oh well, there's copyright track. Yeah, I'm down for boo
Alright, yeah, we'll be boos.
because we are each other's boos.
That's right.
Listen, they have the most interesting dynamic of heterosexual life partners.
Hell yeah! If you thought me and Jonathan were gay together, wait till you see me and Logan together. So we can actually tell that story, like the first time that Kayla ever met Logan.
What we
Kayla
thinking?
Kayla can tell the story if she wants to.
Okay.
We're gonna go normal.
I think we should be
Oh,
hard because that's what I'm saying.
And before we move forwards too, I just want to make sure with chat you guys can hear the game as well as our volume of us talking clearly, and that nothing is overshadowing anything else.
Yeah, please listen.
That way we can take a moment, fix that now,
Instead of later.
instead of like 4 hours into this.
Before Gracie gets on to whoop our ass here.
That's not gonna happen unless I'm
That
on
I
normal.
hope the desk going together is going smoothly.
Ready? Yeah. Ready?
Gotta swing.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
High fives.
Take out the volume.
Of the game.
The game
So
volume?
yeah, the first time I met Logan and Gracie,
Yes, tell this story.
I went into their suite where they lived on campus. And as soon as I come in the door, Logan grabs Daniel,
Hell yeah.
bends him over the bed,
Hell yeah.
and then dry humps him. And I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
this is new.
I don't. If I remember correctly, it wasn't like a sensual dry hump either. I was like really fucking
Pound
giving
town.
him the shit. So
How's that volume? Is that better?
It's a little colonoscopy.
Yeah, definitely. So at first I was like, I don't know how to think about this. This is an interesting relationship.
Oh lord.
But
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
it's been that way ever since.
Yeah, I mean, we've been sucking each other's dicks since 2010. 2011, I mean.
One of my favorite ways to wake Daniel up when we were in college was to climb in bed and spoon his ass and like stroke his beard until he woke up.
Yeah, so one night I remember I was laying in bed, or one morning I was laying in bed and I was playing solitaire on my phone. Signs of being an old guy, by the way. I was playing solitaire because my old shitty phone couldn't do anything else.
Get fucked.
And so I'm sitting there playing cards, and he just crawls up in the bed under the blanket, and then just like spoons me while I'm sitting there. And the whole, I think Gracie, you have a picture, right, somewhere
Yes.
of that moment, yeah. And he's just wrapped around me while I'm still sitting there just playing fucking cards on my phone.
Keep in mind, I was like 250 pounds at this point, and these are. What are those, like, little twin-sized beds in our dorm? So,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
were
it's
twins.
like, there was no room. We were very comfortable.
And while I'm thinking let me hop right here one more. Actually, I think I can do this. I apologize. Thanks for putting your finger in my ass, Kayla.
You're welcome. That was actually me.
Oh, okay. We need to change this and then type Mario Party.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
I can't English.
I can't. I'm telling you, I'm like a damn boomer.
All right. Is it just Super Mario Party? Is it that one?
Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
What level are we thinking?
I don't know, Master Mario Party.
Let's go with this one. We'll get see who can get the most allies. Isn't it that one? Yeah.
Is that one the one where you get allies?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. 10 turns? More?
That's perfect. Excuse me.
All right.
He is webbing some
I'm
shit,
ready.
man.
He spitting some web out of his ass.
Yeah.
Where's he
Nice.
He's over here.
So did you name the spider?
We're waiting until we figure out if it's a boy or a girl.
Ah, I gotcha.
Or we can maybe pick
Do
a
not
non
misgender your spider.
yeah, a non-binary name maybe.
at? Yeah, absolutely.
We haven't really went that far yet. We're just trying to keep him alive first.
But yeah, I hope everybody's had a good week, and I hope everybody's doing well and being safe, especially going into the holidays. Things are going pretty crazy right now with the Backstreet Boys concert that's going on right now, and hope you guys are just being safe.
Reunion tour.
The
Boys
Backstreet
reunion tour.
Boys reunion tour is what Game Grumps calls it. That's right.
Damn it. Dude, the computer always cheats.
Oh man,
Woo!
this is gonna be good. I have a good feeling about this.
Just remember, I'm sorry,
And they're
Daniel,
on
that you're
normal.
on my team. So
So, people have asked me in the past, Dan, what motivated you to start streaming? And my answer is Logan and Gracie.
oh shit.
I'm honored.
Yeah, I mean,
Primarily-
I haven't heard this before, so let's
I'm
stroke
actually-
my ego for me.
I'm actually making that part up. No, I'm just kidding. No, you guys have always been like friends that have always supported the idea of this, and I kind of told you guys a little bit, but earlier I was telling you a little bit about why I wanted you to come on. But I did just want to say a big part of why, first and foremost, why I started was just really more of a hobby but as we talked about it and stuff more, and you guys, Logan specifically encouraged me and thought it was a really cool thing. And I think one time you were telling me how it reminded you of how we used to like hang out and play games and stuff in a dorm room. And that's always been something that I've always wanted to kind of retain with doing this, is that feeling of like hanging out with my friends. And even if you're getting fucked over in Mario Party, you're still having a good time like hanging out and stuff. I mean, some of my best memories in college is hanging out with you guys and playing like board games and Modern Warfare 2 with Logan.
Oh man.
And good old Nick.
Yeah. Oh my god.
-2 and -58 talking shit.
Mad shit.
So there was always a lot of good times and a lot of good memories, and so that's a big thing. I just wanted to bring you guys on tonight and like kind of share some of that with you.
What do we gotta do? We gotta fuck this guy up?
Yeah, what is this mini game? Do we have to like hit this bitch with a dart?
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. But yeah, man, it's pretty neat. You know, I like it when you stream, because you know we live like way far away from each other, so it's like I can watch you. You know, it's like we're just hanging out in the dorm room again. Unfortunately, I don't get to watch as much as I'd like to, but yeah, it's pretty neat. So, like you said, that's like some of my best memories in college is us just hanging around doing jack shit, like Gracie playing the fucking Modern Warfare. And then, now, I tell you, what was even funnier than that was, like, when you were playing, because you were actually somewhat decent, you know, and Gracie was on there, and all the dudes were like, hey, you got any pics online and stuff like that? Like, man, you're pretty good for a girl. That was really funny. And then we got that,
basically what he's saying is, like, I would play the game, and Gracie would wear the headphones and talk in the mic.
Yeah, and then they would like trade, and then like Gracie would play. And fun fact about Gracie, she is really bad at the 2 joystick.
Yeah, Mario Party's more my speed.
Yeah, like anything that like a camera moves separately than the actual, you know, avatar. So she would just like walk around the entire game like pointed up at the top. And then Daniel would just be over there talking just the maddest of shit. So
yeah, you guys fucking suck and blah 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 blah. And she like 0 and like 46 deaths, 0 kills.
Oh yeah, did we do it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, are you like trying to high five or something?
Yeah, you gotta do the high five and get 2
extra
points. Because we kicked Waluigi's ass. Speaking of Waluigi, have y'all seen the TikTok where it's got him doing the WAP dance?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
That's actually hilarious. I think my favorite memory, though, from the good old college dorm days, and I really wish Kayla would have been around for these days because it would have been even better with her personality included in this particular thing. But I remember one time we went to Walmart and we were going through the book section to get I don't even think you were actually buying anything, right? You just wanted to look at books, right, Gracie?
I don't read, so I don't remember why we were over there.
Yeah, why did we go through the book section?
It's probably because I've actually read every once in a while, but
I don't remember why we originally went through the book section, but we bought a fucking erotica book.
Romance novel.
Like an intense like romance novel where it was like it was like hardcore, like talking about full on penetration and shit like that. And you know, describing the dude's dick and shit.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was like it was something of interest for some people. And so
Rosaline is a fake ass princess. Is she even canon? Is she even canon at this point?
Bitch, you're fake as fuck.
Yeah, you ain't no Peach. Get the fuck on somewhere.
You're part of her court.
So we bought this fucking romance novel, and we were playing Call of Duty. I don't remember if it. I think we did it where Gracie was playing and I was reading.
Yeah.
And I was just randomly read like a chapter at a time, And then, like, after, like, 2 hours of doing that, we would just close the book and be like, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel like some of the guys really got into it.
Especially when Gracie read.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was a few times where Gracie read, and it got
Yeah,
scary.
you read the entire book, didn't we? Like, over,
Maybe.
like,
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. But remember, after we got done with that, I got, like, one of my boring-ass history textbooks and started reading that. That one did not go over as well.
Why are you guys reading this?
Yeah, it was so bad. Like,
Anybody
just-
raging?
yeah, and I think we got muted a lot on that one. It was like, shut. Remember the
like,
one guy was
I'm-
like, shut the fuck up.
It's like, I'm skipping class to play games. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to learn anything.
But yeah, this
Snack
particular book was really, really fucking boring. So what do we do here?
Catch
Gotta
the
catch the
popcorn.
popcorn. All right, this is basically
Your
Mom
kinda
Out
game.
every night. Oh shit! There's-
Popcorn's a healthy snack.
That's right.
So what's everybody's favorite memory from the gaming days in college?
Okay, my favorite game that we played was a board game called Quelf.
I think I already know this one, but go ahead.
That's
So
a fucking...
I discovered a game called Quelf back in college, and I loved it.
I
so
always
I had to
called
get
it queef.
so I had to get like everybody I knew to play it, and then we roped Daniel into it somehow. So one of the challenges that Daniel had was to go find an egg. Well, you know, that's kind of hard to do living
In a dorm room.
Yeah.
Oh, and describe the dorm room, because it wasn't just like your traditional like 2-story. It was like
4 stories.
it was like what?
Yeah.
Like a square
It had like
courtyard,
a courtyard in the middle.
and
Yeah.
then it was 4 stories
Atrium
tall.
in the middle.
Yeah,
Because it used to be
atrium.
called atrium.
Yeah, that's
Fair
right.
enough,
Mhm.
Yeah. So it was
How the
4
hell do you
stories.
remember that?
My
And-
mom lived
and, like-
there when she went to college in
Yeah.
the 80s.
And the kitchen was in the basement
Yes.
of this place.
Yes.
Well, Daniel, like he had a time limit on this card. Maybe a minute to
Yeah.
do it.
Was it a minute?
Yeah,
It's
it was
something like
short,
that. It was
maybe
like-
2 minutes.
Because we were like, there's no way he's fucking doing
Yeah, they're
this.
like, there's no eggs around here. And so right as the timer's about to go off, Daniel comes storming through the door with an egg in his hand. And we're like, how on earth did you find that? So anyway, we keep playing the game. And he gets a card where he has to go into the bathroom and stay until somebody comes and gets him. Well, we didn't know this, so we're like, let's hide the egg under his seat, you know? And so when he comes back, he'll sit on it. We hid the egg, and he never came back, so we had to go get him. Well, we finally go get him, and he comes back, and we hear the loudest crack. And we just all die laughing, and Daniel's sitting there like screaming at us like, what's so funny?
What the fuck is so funny?
And we barely cough out that there's an egg under his
Oh,
seat.
no, like, it's...
loud.
And it takes us, like, a minute to do this. Like, we're all laughing so hard.
Because I'm just like, what the hell is so funny? There's nothing funny going on right now.
He's just getting so fucking heated. I mean, so heated about this.
And because I didn't know I sat on an egg, and you guys were laughing at me because I was like, because my card said, like, the next card I got after I magically got this egg, that's a funny story of who I actually got that egg from.
You wouldn't believe the things he had to do for this egg.
You wouldn't believe the chick I had to bang to get this egg.
That's a funny story, too.
Yeah.
I don't know that one is fucking... If we can tell that one
Oh,
or
we
not.
can tell that story.
They want to know more about the egg.
But the egg, like getting. Oh my god! So, anyways, I come back, and my next card after the go get the egg card was go to a bathroom near you and sit in the bathroom quiet and don't say anything until somebody comes and checks on you and asks you if you're okay. And the game, you have to do exactly what the card says. And if it's something like wait till somebody comes and checks on you and says, "Are you okay?" They have to say, "Are you okay?" So you have to just sit there and be quiet. And so I'm just sitting there at the bathroom, and I think you guys let me sit in there for close to 30
Oh,
minutes.
it was a
forever.
long time.
It was like 30. And then you guys came down there and go, "Daniel, are you okay?" I was like, fucking finally! I can come out of the bathroom now. Oh my god.
Yeah, we didn't have to rush to hide that egg at all.
Fuck you, Yoshi. You're punching me.
Oh yeah, they put it under you guys put it under the couch seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as I came back in there and sat down and that shit cracked, and you guys were laughing so hard. That's why I was making me mad, because I'm like, I just spent a half hour in the fucking bathroom, and nobody has even remotely told me what the fuck is so funny. Like, what? Because I thought something happened and you weren't telling me, like, other than something like that. Like something, I don't want to say serious, but like more important than sitting on an egg, I guess. I don't know.
So where did you get the egg?
Yeah, so
Who
let's
did you
hear
get
about
the egg from?
Oh, the egg?
I'm sure I've heard the story, so it's not gonna, it's not gonna offend me.
No, I know it's not gonna offend you. So, you remember Shelby?
Yeah.
Of course, that's where you got it. Did you get one of her eggs?
No.
She wanted to give him one of her eggs.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So, we have to take a seat in this time machine and go back about a month before that game of Quelf. Maybe 2 months before. I don't remember. It was before this game of Quelf, like at least a month. And it was, because it was like fall break. Because you went to your parents on fall break, Logan.
Yeah.
Gracie, you weren't gone, right? You were there all weekend?
Wait, which weekend? I'm sorry, I zoned out.
That fall break where
Dude, that was almost
the magic happened.
like 8 years ago,
with your roommate.
Yeah, I might have stayed. If it was real close to us, like,
were
letting
you
out.
tingling with your roommate?
Oh my god. That was the most uncomfortable year.
That really
my
was
life.
really awkward. Even for me, and I didn't live up there.
Like, I called you on the phone just so
yeah,
you
I
could
could
hear
hear
it. And I'm like, I'm not up against the wall. I'm on my bed.
So anyways, like...
a real princess.
So yeah, like a month before this game of Quelf, I'm sitting, it's like fall break for college. Logan's at his parents'. I can't remember if Gracie, if you were there or not.
I don't remember.
I know you were there the next day, because I think you came back a day early. So
We're getting into the small details. We want the main
Yeah.
details.
Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I'm playing Skyrim because you let me borrow Skyrim.
Oh, hell yeah.
And remember, I didn't want to give it back to you when you came back
Yeah.
from your parents. I was like, no.
So this would have been in 2011 when that game came out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
it came out.
okay.
Because
it was before we met.
It was well before me and her met.
Right. We were actually at the drop, though. You guys were at GameStop,
Yeah,
and
we
I
were
was there,
at,
too.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
at the
that's-
midnight release,
yeah.
all of us together, and didn't even know it.
Mm-hmm. I was hanging out with some other friends.
Oh, shit,
So
I just fucked
she was hanging out with some other dude she was banging at
Whatever.
the time. So anyway, so this girl, she messages me and she's like, "Hey, what's up?" Like on Facebook, and I'm like, "Oh, no, I did not do that. No, I did not do that. I said, oh, I'm playing
man.
Skyrim. My roommate's letting me borrow his
Bruce
game."
throw Dahlia.
Oh my god.
They called me the Dragonborn.
God damn it. So anyways,
Pockpicket.
so she was like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" And me being oblivious Dan, truthfully, like I had no idea. I was like,
We don't know what that code is for girls.
yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. Like I'll watch a movie with you." You know, like I'm casually just like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come watch a movie with you."
What movie was it? Do you remember?
It was that really shitty movie that was making fun of Twilight. It was I think called Vampires.
Cunt Light or something?
No, Cunt Light.
Wasn't that one? Like,
That's a porno. What are you
Oh,
talking
okay.
about? No, I don't know. No, it was
Vampires suck.
Yeah, Vampires
Okay.
Suck.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Vampires Suck.
Oh, we won't be able to do good at this one. It's fine.
What is
And
this?
so
Gotta get it based
we
on the
started
wrong
watching
board.
a movie, and we're sitting on her bed. And next thing I know, I started feeling something going down the front of my pajama pants, like through the little buttonhole. And I'm like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And then she was like, "Is this going to be weird tomorrow?" And me just being a college dude was like, "I don't know. Let's find out." And I never talked to her again.
Except
Except that one faithful day of that game of Quelf. whenever Gracie pulled a card and said, the person to the right of you has to go find an egg and you only have like 5 minutes to do it or something, I knew exactly whose room I was running to. This girl's in love with me. Let me go get an egg from her.
Oh my god.
See, yeah, I don't remember like exactly what all happened around that girl. I just know that one night when I was coming back to my room, you happened to open up the door to her room at the same time. You're like, "Oh, hey, Gracie." I'm like, "What the heck?"
That was the night I tried to sneak out after banging her. I tried to sneak out, and she goes, "Where are you going?" And I was like, nowhere.
I wasn't paying attention, so.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Whoops.
So, then what happens?
What do you mean, what happened?
Like, what happens after that?
After...
Me and Daniel went on a date a couple of months later, and she was our server.
yeah, me and Kayla went on, like we went on a kind of date. It was made into a date because I paid for food. But after that, we went on, like, an official date. We walked down to the Mexican restaurant down the street from your house.
Mm-hmm.
And when we walked in,
Campana.
she was our server. And Kayla had no idea who this person was at the time and that I had any relationship with her.
I just knew the air was awkward. And I didn't know why the air was awkward. And I was like, well, I'm not going to ask.
And I was like, God damn it.
Not going to ask why it's awkward.
Yeah, and it was really funny because after you moved over here to Nashville the last semester, I walked up, because I lived down the street from the gas station. And me and Kirby would walk down there to get, like, the breakfast bagels and beer and shit.
God, the breakfast bagels.
Yeah, dude, we used to get sloshed as a motherfucker and walk up there and get breakfast bagels.
Those breakfast bagels.
You remember where
were
3J's
the
was,
absolute
right?
Yeah.
bomb.
Like over by the Yellow Fever Cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Lynn
Dairy
Street.
Queen.
I think it's
Yeah, Dairy Queen was there too.
Yeah, so we used to walk down to that gas station, and I was in there one night. And I was shit house drunk. Like, I was.
Hey, that's why you go get the breakfast bagel from 3J's, because that would instantly cure anything.
Yeah, like, I was shit-faced bad, and I was like, bro, you know what I want? And he's like, what? And I was like, I'm craving a damn 3J's pizza and a breakfast bagel for tomorrow. And he's like, fuck, that sounds good, and that's why I'm fat now. So we walk down there, and who better do I get an opportunity to see than that girl? Who is the cashier lady, and she asked about Kayla. She's like, "Oh, where's that other girl?"
Oh shit, she's still.
How's your girl?
And I was
That
like,
was her fishing.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, we're great. She's just already she's just graduated. She's older and hotter than you." And no, I didn't actually say that, but I was thinking
Wait,
that.
have you told how that Gracie wrote that letter for you?
No. No.
Okay, I didn't think you had, but I was just. I don't know. Like, from her, remember Gracie put that letter and slid it under the thing?
Gracie did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember?
No.
Yeah, we wrote you the love letter
love
from
Oh,
her.
that was you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was her all these years.
We
thought
told you
yeah.
it was her.
You did?
Like, it was like 6 months later.
Oh,
but yeah.
I've drank a lot of alcohol since then. Yeah,
Like,
that
you were
freaked me out.
mad
That
about
freaked
that.
me out because I was like, this psycho bitch is tracking me down.
Well, she would come to, like, your fucking, to your fucking door and shit, though.
No, she wouldn't
She
come
knocked
to the
on your
door.
window.
She'd come to the window.
Oh,
'cause
that's
we
what
were
I
on
meant,
the,
yeah, the
we
fucking
were on
window.
ground floor.
I'm trying to figure out how to fucking play this.
So it's like Tetris, but
But way harder than anything I can fucking do. God damn it. Aha.
Yeah,
There we
I
go.
don't know what's going on. I'm trying to, like... I wouldn't have been able to do that, Gracie.
Yeah, like, I can't talk and play at the same time. I'm not that coordinated, so when we pass these over to y'all, it might go a little better.
This is great gameplay. I think everybody's enjoying the show.
Are they, though?
I'm enjoying the show. Are you guys enjoying the show? If you guys are enjoying the show, hit the like button.
Yeah, like and share and comment.
Like, share it, comment, and
and
subscribe.
buy merch.
And buy all my merch.
Buy his merch, please. This is Super Mario Party?
It's called Super Mario Party. I think it's on the
Switch?
it's on the Nintendo Switch. So pretty cool.
enjoying the show. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Kibbles.
Yeah, so what we were talking about in the letter. So
Tell the
after
story.
yeah, so after like Dan, he's like I've come back from fall break, and like this girl keeps fucking coming and knocking on his window. I think this is probably in the spring semester at this point. So it's like, January, February. And I'm like, who is this? So he tells me that, he banged her over fall break. And,
I kept it a secret for the longest time because I was ashamed.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Shame bang.
And
Shame bang.
And he was like, yeah, but she won't fucking leave me alone.
The dick was good.
And he's like, I must have, he's like, I honey dicked her. But so so one day me and Gracie sitting there, I think Daniel's in class, and I'm like, hey, Gracie. It's like, we should, I don't remember who came up with the idea, so I'm just going to fucking take credit for it. And I was like, you should write a letter to Daniel from her and like fucking slide it under his thing and under the door, or just lay it there like it's been slid under the door, and we'll leave. When he comes back from class, he'll find it. So that's what we do. And I don't remember everything that the letter said, but I just remember like the last part of it was like, just take a chance or something like that. Like, you'll never know where it may lead us. And dude, he was so fucking paranoid. He's like, this bitch is gonna like fucking stab me in my sleep. Like, she's so fucking crazy. Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah, she was. I would wake up from a nap to on the window, like right beside my bed in my dorm room, and I would like, what the fuck? And I'd like crack the blind to look through it, and it's her and her friend like knocking on the window, and I'm like.
The craziest thing is one time you had your blinds up, so she came by and like,
she
full
was,
face
like,
looking
in, like,
because we were all in there, like, oh my gosh.
She's like wanting to,
Yeah, she was like staring in, and then I just like, didn't I just close the blinds?
I think so. Like, you were like full on avoiding her at this point.
Yeah, we're like, no.
And Gracie was like sweet mates with her, so she had to like fucking see her all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, I was such a whore that previous semester.
Hey, no slut shaming now. No slut
No,
shaming.
I'm just saying I was a whore. I'm not slut shaming
Oh shit! I'm about
nobody.
to buy me a star. I didn't.
It
even
popped
realize
up right behind me.
Aw.
Aw,
I know it.
jerk.
All this pressure it got to me.
All the pressure got to you. Did you not take a chance?
I didn't take a chance.
Oh man, but yeah, that was really fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take credit for that one too,
Okay,
though, because I'm like,
I don't remember who.
I go too
came
far
up with
sometimes.
it, but like I'm pretty sure well, it was obviously one of us because we were the only ones in there. But you wrote it.
Spoot is happy.
I know. Spooter's making lots of webs. Those of you update, the pink toe avicular Peru is doing pretty good, making all the webs, being really happy.
Yay!
Yay! Just we're gonna try to get some crickets tomorrow and feed it.
Hell yeah!
So that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Logan
Sadly, we lost.
What'd I do? Oh shit!
Sadly, we lost
The Versicolor.
Versicolor, unfortunately, but that's okay. It happens.
I think it was stressed.
I think it stressed itself to death, but our Peruvian is looking beautiful and doing great and webbing like a motherfucker.
Happy webs.
Oh, that reminds me, Kibbles. You sang Cyberpunk. So, yeah. So for those of you that do not know, I did retweet it earlier, but some of you may not actively utilize Twitter.
Like me.
And, yeah, so this will be an update for you since we were just talking about Cyberpunk yesterday. Or earlier today, or whenever it was.
I think it was today. I don't remember.
They officially pulled it off the PlayStation Store.
I did see that. Yeah,
look, it's my brother.
Yeah.
Huh.
Brother.
Yay! Brotherly love.
Oh, I thought you were
Your
saying...
overalls look really cool, man. Where'd you
Not
get
my
those?
actual brother, my virtual brother.
Bruh.
Hey, bro.
But, yeah, so they pulled Cyberpunk completely off the PlayStation market because they had such a high influx of refunds requested that they just pulled it off from the store. And basically, the way they worded it is if they don't ever deem it suitable for playing, they'll never put it back on there.
Damn. So, correct me if I'm wrong here, Daniel, because you know more than I do about this shit. Was that not like one of the like games that they were supposed to come out with like like in 20, when was it, like 15 when the fucking PlayStation came out, the PS4
They
came out.
yeah, so they announced that PlayStation when I first started, or that game when I first started working at GameStop.
I remember being hyped about that game when I first got my PlayStation 4. Like that was like one of the games. It was
I
like
think-
that one and like Order 1886 or whatever it was.
Which
and
that was just
That was a
fucking-
disaster.
That, that
like
was.
I just remember like those two games. I'm like, oh man, that looks really fucking cool. And then they never fucking came out. So
Yeah, the 1886 one. That
It
game
did release. It just was absolute shite.
Yeah, well, you could beat it in like 5 hours, and you paid $60 for it. All it was just basically a preview of what the PS4 was capable of doing. But yeah, they announced that game back in 2012, May of 2012.
okay.
Is when they announced it. They started development on it like in 2014 or 2015.
I gotcha.
So that game has basically been in some form of production for almost a decade.
Nice.
So the fact that it failed so hard on last generation consoles is a bummer. It sucks. So me as like a creator, like I don't justify or make excuses for CD Projekt Red.
They're the ones who did Red Dead, right? Is that Red Dead?
No,
Or
that's Rockstar.
Witcher.
You're thinking of The Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher.
Yeah, they did The Witcher 3. Well, they did all the Witcher games, but The Witcher 3 is like their golden child.
Gotcha.
Like that's like the game that put
The
them
game's
on the
pretty
map.
fucking legit, too.
Yeah, it's great. But if you think back to when now you got me saying Red Dead, when The Witcher 3 came out, The Witcher 3 had a lot of issues at launch as well, performance problems like frame rate drops and crashing and stuff like that too. It's just people over time and updates and patching have seemed to forget about those problems that that game had when it came out, and now it's considered a masterpiece of a game on the PS4. So, from my opinion and perspective, I feel like Cyberpunk will be a masterpiece once they fix it and get it actually like what it should have been on that system.
Gotcha.
But I think on PC, other than just the weird glitches and stuff that you get every once in a while, I think it's a great game. Hell, I played it until 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know. That's why I stick to the masterpiece that is Pokemon Blue.
Yeah, you've been playing the hell out of Pokemon, huh?
Hell yeah.
I seen when I set up the Switch for Mario Party, there you still had Pokemon in the...
I had Pokemon Sword, I think. Kind of bummed though, because my favorite Pokemon just is like got released in the newest expansion, but it's a fucking Shield exclusive, so I gotta trade with somebody. And I have no internet.
You know
to
who
leave
you
my
can
house,
trade
so-
with? GameStop, and get a third of the price that you paid
Oh, you're
for.
right. Are they still in business?
They shouldn't be, but they are.
How are they still in business?
They're that... You know when you take a big fat shit and there's like that pebble that won't flush? You gotta flush like 3 times?
Hell yeah.
They are that pebble.
Oh shit.
They're just circling the fucking drain.
Dude. Like
You try to put tissue on top of it to make it go down, it's just not going,
Yeah, and
man.
it breaks through the
I
wet.
couldn't tell you the last fucking game I bought there. I kind of refuse. I'd much rather support like the mom and pop video game stores.
Yeah. Well, it's like we talked about it at my job, and they were like, "Yeah,
Oh, shit.
for the longest time, I didn't
Come on, Waluigi,
Damn.
bitch! Like, God,
Is that Gracie?
Well, that was a practice run.
Yeah,
Waluigi is fucking the worst.
I'm fine in practice.
Well, time to clutch or get kicked, girl.
Clutch or kick.
Clutch or kick. Clutch or kick.
Oh shit, this is so fucking confusing. Okay.
Yeah, this would throw me off. What happened to like rubbing a fucking hole through your palm with an N64 controller?
We were just talking about that tonight.
These kids these
Actually.
days, they'll just never understand the pain of going through 46
Yeah.
N64 controllers to play one match
Yeah.
of
Mario Party
Party.
1, that was... I'm not paying attention to this. Yeah, you had to
This
get the
is hard.
shy
I'm fucking
guy
getting this.
from the table to another table in like a certain time limit, and you would just tear your palm up.
Calluses or you didn't play it, bro.
Good thing I beat off a lot. I got good palm calluses.
my
Damn
God.
straight.
Oh my god, brother.
I don't know how we won that.
Because I suck ass. That's
Woo!
Nice.
I went to fucking high five and we lost, so I can't high five.
You look so pitiful over there. I'm still in third place though, so.
So what's your favorite Pokemon game? Since I know that's probably your favorite game right now.
My favorite, I'm a Gen 1er for all you folks out there.
Yeah, he's old.
I'm old, so I was 7 or 8 when I got my first Pokemon game, and it was Pokemon Blue. So I'm definitely a Team Squirtle. And
I'm a Team Squirter.
We already knew this.
But my favorite, my favorite Pokemon is definitely Kabutops. So he is, and then it would be like a very close second would be like Gengar. And they're both Gen 1ers. But my favorite Pokemon game, I really liked the remakes of the first gen. So like Leaf Green and Fire Red were really good. Because they, it really updated all the glitches. Because, I mean, Pokemon Blue and Red are not great games as far as, like, there's so many glitches and hacks and everything else that are wrong with them. But they're just nostalgic, So if you were to hold me down, it would probably still be Pokemon Blue. But I do feel like the remakes are better. I also, like this, the Silver and Gold, because I played a lot during that time, too. But... X and Y were pretty good too.
Okay, Dad. Have a good shower.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, you actually took my Pokemon virginity.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
With Pokemon Red.
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to play it because they taught evolution.
Yeah.
And it was a sin,
Okay,
goddammit.
Well, let's draw back from that line again.
Reel it in there. Buddy.
Reel it in.
That was a joke.
But for real though, that's why we couldn't play.
Yeah, because it was a sin, and you're gonna go to hell for playing Pokemon.
Yeah. So like my experience as the 7-year-old with Pokemon Blue was just taking this Venusaur that I got and leveling it up to 100 and using no other fucking Pokemon but this fucking Venusaur. And literally just solar beaming everything into fucking oblivion. So that was, I mean, I didn't give a shit. If it was a fucking Charizard, he's getting solar beamed. If it was a Dragonite, he's getting solar beamed. It didn't matter. Everything was catching a solar beam.
Solar beamed.
Solar beam.
So I don't mean to get it off Pokemon, but y'all got it on why y'all couldn't play Pokemon. My family, not my immediate family, but like my grandparents and stuff, wouldn't let me or my siblings watch Cat Dog because they said it was an abomination. And to this day, they still talk about how much they hate Cat Dog.
Why?
That was like one of the best cartoons
I
on
know.
Nickelodeon.
My mom let me watch it. She said she didn't like it either, but she let us watch it.
What was wrong? Why was it an
Well,
abomination?
my aunt said over Thanksgiving, she said, "How do they poop?" Okay, like I don't think that's what kids are concerned about, but
I would
okay.
be concerned about that.
I mean, now I kind of want to know.
Oh
But,
my god.
Through their belly button.
yeah.
How does Cat Dog take a shit? You know what, Nick? We're going to need you to pull this off the air because the kids are going to have the real questions. And that question is, how does this character shit?
Well, the thing is, the other cartoons that were on right at that time was Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, and those were substantially worse for children to watch. And I watched them. No wonder what's wrong with me. And Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh,
That's a
I
good
love
one.
that.
I know. What was else? Doug.
Mm-hmm. Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel.
Cousin Skeeter.
All that.
All Real Monsters.
All Real Monsters.
Rugrats.
Dude, what was the tomb, the game?
Oh, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes! I still to this day, I was
wanna be
like,
on
dude,
that
I could
show.
beat this temple. I could do it. Let me play.
I don't know if I could win, but
I
that show
would
looked
have been up
fun.
there.
I don't have the athletic abilities to do some of the earlier competitions.
I always wanted to be on the
always
show, Double Dare,
That too.
Yes.
where you had to dig shit out of the giant nose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Roll
I
around in
learned
the
how to pick
slime.
my nose because of that show.
You gotta get up in there and scoop it out.
Gotta scoop that shit
And you
out.
always want cool stuff like a little keyboard or a trip to space camp.
God, oh man, you never hear anything about space camp anymore. These kids get to go to space camp anymore? Like, for real. Like, anybody that has kids, like, is that available? I need to know, because I
Yeah.
want to be
Can
the
I go to
adult
space
that goes
camp?
to space camp.
It's kind of.
Directions to space camp.
What?
Are we going to take a field trip to
Yeah.
space camp?
We
Can
need
we, like, I need adult space camp, though.
It says 2 hours away.
Space camp.
Are there...
It's
So-
125 miles.
Wait a
from
minute,
here.
we need to know if there's tickets, and if there's tickets available for people that are 30 years old.
I'm about to lose.
It's actually
Me
pretty
too.
close to you guys.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
where's that?
Right there. Where that gray dot is.
Oh, it's in Georgia. No, that's Alabama, ain't it? That's in Alabama.
Is that
Alabama.
Alabama? Oh, it's in near Decatur.
No, seriously, like, I want to go to, like, adult space camp. Like, I need that to be available. Please, someone do that, because I need that in my life.
Oh shit, I don't even know.
Yeah, I picked the hardest one because I didn't realize I was in charge.
What
Gosh,
the fuck,
Gracie.
Waluigi? Get the fuck
I was
over
like
here.
focusing so hard, and I'm like, oh, I get to pick the questions. I don't think I could handle space though.
All right, good.
No, the whole, like, going to space, I would have to be, like, put under. I would be in a whole panic attack the whole time.
Yeah, I want to join the space
I've
force.
I've done mission space at Disney World, and I don't know if I could even do that anymore because that's just too much. That zero gravity,
See,
whatever, not
Yeah.
zero gravity, that G-force or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad because we didn't have cable growing up, so like hearing y'all talk about all these Nickelodeon shows kind of making me a little jelly. But,
Yeah, you just don't relate.
Dude, I
Hit-
will go to space camp, Spencer. I'm
hit
going.
hit that like and share button if you grew up on that like 1 o'clock in the morning Steve Harvey show reboot on like rerun on like the
Hell yeah.
WB
Or
Because
that 70s show.
the fucking or the Montel Williams show that came on like super fucking late for no reason.
Hell yeah.
That's what I had to watch.
I used to watch Martin at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
No.
It's like just summer vacation and you're just like nothing to watch because you don't have cable, so you're like watching the rerun of like that 2 movies that you had. Like,
Back when you had 3 channels.
yeah.
Oh, no. I don't miss those days.
Yeah, we're talking about the 90s here.
Dude, man, we
Yeah.
got all nostalgic. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we're old as fuck.
Hey, that's what millennials are good for. We like to be nostalgic, okay?
Yep.
The simpler times.
It was simpler.
That's why all the Zers want to kill us off.
Now, look,
Sorry.
listen, they are getting past those boundaries right now.
Like,
they
they
are. I'm afraid. Like they scare me. Gen Z scares me because I'm like, what are you gonna do? I want to watch. Where's my popcorn?
Like
They're pretty
they don't want to
impressive.
kill us any more than we want to kill us.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we already want to kill ourselves. It's
Yeah,
fine.
so you're just doing us a favor. Can we talk about that on YouTube? Are we gonna get fucking banned?
Probably.
It's
Okay.
fine. It's a joke.
It's okay. I'm under 300 subs.
Okay.
Oh, so it doesn't matter at all.
So nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, I'm irrelevant. It's fine.
Irrelevant. Oh no. Oh no. It's okay.
Hey, you poison. Oh fuck yeah.
So we were
That's
talking
actually-
about the Pokemon cards before we got on stream. So what do you think about all the people like just buying up all the cards possible?
It's crazy because like you know, I remember obviously I was right in that target demographic when it came out. I remember pulling a Charizard and you know, of course I was like 8, so I just beat my cards to hell. You know, I had the Charizard no sleeve, just like I'm sure it got all bent up, and then I think my cousin stole it or something like
Oh,
that.
that piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, it was a limit. You know, it was beat to hell.
Doesn't matter.
It's
probably worth 3 cents now.
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, I started with Pokemon, and then I played Yu-Gi-Oh for a while. Back in when it first came out.
Hell yeah, back in the day.
Back when
Back
like the best fucking monster was like Summon Skull and shit, you know.
And
Of course,
Blue
we
Eyes
all
White
thought,
Dragon.
yeah, we all thought Blue Eyes because it's like, oh, it's fucking 3,000 or whatever. But you know, like Summon Skull and shit. I played then, and then I really settled into Magic, and just seeing like the boom, it kind of is like, it's gonna bust, you know. You
It's
know.
happening so fast.
Yeah,
again.
it's like I would be really wary of some of this stuff. I mean, I don't know, like the collectible market is so volatile. I don't know, like a lot of people see it as like playing stocks, which it is to a point, but there is no like security, right? You know, like there is with stocks, because you have like things that actually regulate the stocks, and there's nothing with like Pokemon cards or Magic cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So it's weird. I feel like you'd be more secure in like getting the sealed product and keeping it sealed rather than like trying to crack the packs and and sell like graded cards. But
Well, I know there was a guy in Martin that collected like a bunch of the OG like Magic cards and never opened them, and then remember when Alpha like made a big comeback in beta,
yeah,
and then they sold them all off.
yeah, like
That's smart.
I
Man.
was like,
yeah,
like that was a big thing there for a while, was the alpha and beta packs.
Of course, I've kind of bowed out of the collectible games just because it's very like they're the originators of like the pay to win, model that video games adopted, like the loot box shit, and I just got tired of spending so much money on it. But
Trying to build that perfect deck.
exactly, it's like it's never finished. They release cards so freaking much, and it's almost just to sell more cards. So I don't know, like it's interesting that Pokemon has made such a comeback here for almost no reason. Like you would think, like with Pokemon Go coming out back in like 2016, that this would have happened, but it really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that all it took was a pandemic and Jake Paul, cracking open a box for it to just explode like this. But it's interesting. I'm kind of I'm gonna watch. I've got a few old Pokemon cards lying around, but like I said, they're all beat to shit, so they're not worth anything. I told my mom the other day though she should have bought me more Pokemon cards as a kid, so I maybe could have paid off my student debt.
So I have one of those. Remember those gold bar ones that came in the Pokeball?
The Burger King ones, right?
Yes. So
yeah.
I have a Pikachu and a Jigglypuff,
nice.
and I've been meaning to like look up their value. Apparently, last year they were high in value, and now I'm like, are they? I need to look back at what I got.
Yeah, Kibbles, her man is big into magic, and I was telling her that you know a thing or two about some magic.
Well, just a thing or two.
Yeah.
I was telling her about how you took me to that magic night.
Oh God, yeah.
And we had those random dicks drawn on some of like the really shitty ones, and you pissed that like
oh dude,
what I would consider a beta male off.
Oh dude, he was such a tryhard. I mean, everybody knows that Magic the Gathering player who's net decked the shit out of everything, and he spent like $400 on a standard deck, and of course, you got to keep in mind, so if you know anything about Magic, this is like Innistrad. So, I mean, this is like one of the most, like, broken standards, really, like Hall Blades running rampant, and we just go up there with these, like, bullshit-ass decks, and I, like, fucking 5-0 the tournament, like
$20 decks.
Was that at Goose's?
Yeah, it was at
Hell
Goose's.
yeah.
When he,
like, and I just, like, oh, man, and the guy was just sitting there just fuming, like, he could not figure out... Because he had this, like, Jace, like,
he basically had the Jace, the Mind
yeah, he had the
Reaper.
Jace, the Mind Sculptor. So, it was Innistrad, because I was pretty sure I was using, like, Geist. I'd, like, pulled a Geist of St. Traft, and...
I got shit on, but I had a great time. And I had a great time making fun of that guy.
Yeah.
Do you remember what his name was? I want to know if I know him.
No, I don't
No,
remember.
it was...
Because if you guys were in
I
Mackenzie.
could tell you who he looked like, but it would be...
Let's not cross that bridge.
But no,
You can tell me off stream.
But no, you pulled that fucking. It was like an elk card, like something elk.
It's like a Garruk's companion or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had a dick drawn on his forehead, like as a meme, and he was like, "That's not playable. That's not playable."
Yeah, he was like so fucking hard. It was like a fucking common that we had drawn a dick on. He's just so fucking.
Oh, you're
mad.
marking them. You're marking the cards.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we are.
With dicks.
And then like Goose came over and was like, "What's the problem?" And you're like, "He's mad because I have a dick drawn on this card."
Goose probably thought that was hilarious.
Oh, he did. He laughed.
Yeah.
He said, "Dude, it's not on the outside of the card. He doesn't have it marked, and it's like Garruk's companion, whatever it was fucking called, and it's like a 1/1.
Yeah,
Like, it has no effects or
It's
anything.
so bad. It was just like a vanilla. Yeah, that was good times.
That's so crazy to me that I was good friends with Goose and didn't never saw you guys ever around there. Like ever. Like that's so crazy to me that I hung out with those people and you guys hung out with them like at the shop or whatever. And I'm like, I can't even deal. How close, like the separation of like how close we were in friendships before me and him started dating.
Yep, and now we're gonna get married.
Oh God.
Aw.
Ew.
I can't wait.
We gotta take another picture of you guys,
I'm just
like
gonna
making out at the altar.
Just deflower him on his wedding night.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna.
I was gonna say, are we gonna consummate
Yeah.
my marriage?
I
with
call.
Kayla, as in
I'm
me
gonna
and you were bang?
reinstitute prima nocta, except it's only applies to the husbands as opposed to the wives. So.
You're right.
I'm done with Yoshi.
Yeah, no, fuck Yoshi.
He's
Yoshi
got
is
3
like-
stars, and he passed me for this one.
Yoshi's low key just whooping our ass right
Yeah.
now.
He's a hacking bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 3 stars right now. What a bitch.
I know it.
He has stolen
motherfucker.
2 right in front of me.
Damn, Gracie.
I know.
Nice.
Unless
That
the
was
next
a
one
good-
just goes
that
like
was a
right
good
there.
9.5.
Nope.
That was a good 9.5 on that one.
I thought so.
Good.
Thanks.
Good job.
Is that why you're marrying me?
Because you can make a 9.5 burp.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I need a 10.
You missed a tenner last night.
The tenor.
The tenner while I was playing Cyberpunk.
So what's been your favorite thing about Cyberpunk so far?
Well, if I could disable the nudity filter, it would be all the fucking sex that you can have.
Hell yeah. Is it like Grand Theft Auto sex where you just
no,
like
it's like full on apparently.
bang the hooker and then kill her for her money after? Or like what?
No, well, it's... So the game is in first person,
Okay.
and so if you disable the nudity filter, like, you see everything.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, you could get in the shower, like, take a shower, and you look down if you're a dude,
Oh,
you'll just
yeah.
see your dingling hanging.
Fuck you, Yoshi.
If you're a
Nice.
chick, you'll see your tits. Like, it's
Okay.
just, everything is there. Like, there's this scene where you wake up in the shower, and I looked the same scene up just, this was, again, when I first started playing the game, and I was like, I wonder if this is, like, the filter, or this is the way this scene looks. Because, like, I was in the shower, but, like, my character, I have a female character, and she's just in her bra and underwear.
Damn it.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just curious because everybody's making such a big deal about the nudity and stuff. So I looked it up, and sure enough, like, everything's just out.
But we
chilling.
all have genitals.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't have a problem with
I
it.
know, but like
I have
society
no
has a problem with genitals and sexual organs and boobs.
Yeah,
But
they
there's-
should
Even
be
though
outlawed.
males have nipples and they can show their nipples, but
Mhm.
women can't show their nipples.
Yeah, I'd love for all the women to show their nipples.
Yeah, me too. I'd much rather see some women titties.
I
than
think we
some
should
male
outlaw
titties.
all nipples. Just have them all removed.
No one can have
Yeah, in
nipples.
Cyberpunk, you can remove your character's nipples.
Nice.
Yep. You can make a.
Nice.
I do like that it's very diverse in the way that you can create
Mm-hmm.
your character. You can have a non-binary kind of like trans person or whatever. It doesn't even matter. So like I do
Yeah.
I see that as a step forward in society for sure.
With video games. and
Definitely.
stuff. Yeah.
So I do commend them for breaking that barrier.
Yeah, I mean, this game, I think, breaks a lot of those comfort zones. The story, though, has been really good. Genuinely, I've liked the story. I've liked just the concept of... There's always been that thought of, like, can you upload your consciousness to a computer or to, like, a network of some kind and travel throughout that network, right? There's always been that, like, sci-fi idea. And this game does do a good job at creating that visualization of if you could do that.
So like the Matrix.
Or like
Kind
Black
of,
Mirror.
Oh God,
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Black Mirror, man. Oh man,
Shit. What are we doing?
we need
here?
to catch up on Black Mirror. We're still behind.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No,
so good.
No, I watched all of it.
You've watched all of it?
Yeah.
You broke the rule of being in a relationship. You
Honey.
can't skip ahead.
How's
Honey.
Yoshi so good?
I know, I'm just
I'm about
kidding.
to body his ass. Oh yeah, fuck you.
Too bad it was practice.
Oh damn it.
Smashing crabs.
No, the crab is smashing Yoshi. They're trying to kill Yoshi because Yoshi's winning.
Not anymore. I stole his shit. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch.
Psych that fucker out.
Oh, ooh. He dipped.
Come on, Boo. Let's go, Boo. Come on, Boo Thang.
Oh, damn it. Yeah. I almost premature ejaculated that son.
We got a high five
I'm
on
gonna
this one.
breathe.
Last high five.
I'm a pre.
This is not a children's show.
Yeah. Kids, plug your ears.
Kids, plug your butt.
This is an 18 plus shit show? Okay.
By the way, I think somebody subscribed because we have 271 subscribers
Oh, fuck
now.
yeah.
If you're
Good
still
job,
in
guys.
the podcast / stream, thank you very much
We
for
appreciate you.
subscribing and supporting the show.
Every little bit helps. Make sure to like the videos.
Yeah, I have a great upload plan for 300 subs special.
Oh.
I did a sexy maid outfit live stream on Twitch.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm
Dude.
gonna upload the highlights to YouTube
Okay.
when we hit 300 subs.
What'd I get a star for?
for cheating.
Okay.
I like your pom-pom.
Thank you. It's kind of heavy.
Gracie is wearing this really heavy, like you could kill a child.
Just kind of want to swing my head around.
Yeah, like pom-pom
knock one
beanie.
out.
Oh, shit.
And it's so cool. I like it a lot.
That's the cat in you in your past life. You're just in there playing with the bomb.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was her hair at first. I was like, oh, I'm sorry to touch your hair. And then I was like, wait a second.
That would be an interesting hairdo.
Well, you can get those CC beanies that have the ponytail holder, holder thing.
I have one, but my hair's been short for so long.
Yeah.
It doesn't work
You
anymore.
have like a little.
Yeah, and I just
top
noticed
knot.
your hair is blue.
It is blue.
I love it. When did
Thank
you do
you.
your hair blue?
Like
A week ago?
yeah, a week ago.
Okay, well, I love it.
And you're only the second person to notice.
Well, I noticed.
Well, like to say something is
yeah,
what
but
I
that's-
should say.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's
Like, my
just-
boss
he's
didn't
not
say a
supposed to
word.
say anything.
Well, you have had like every color. This
Yeah.
is true. So they probably like, just another color for
Yeah.
Gracie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gracie changes her hair color very frequently. Just
If
like,
I
I'm
would-
tired of this.
If I was brave enough to bleach my own hair, my hair would be multiple colors all the time. But
Yeah.
I'm too afraid to bleach my own hair.
Yeah, and it gets expensive going and getting it done.
Right.
Yeah. So
But
then,
I don't trust myself.
Let me ask you. So you're talking about like, how you started streaming. So like, what's your like, I don't know, what's like a 2-year plan for you now moving forward, like with the streaming stuff? Because I always find this so fascinating. So just like for the audience, like obviously we met in college. Like I was like I approached college like I was like I'm gonna get out of here, do like make really good grades. And then
And I'm like, I'm gonna
fine,
fuck every
yeah.
girl I meet.
So I say all
and
this.
fail out.
I say all this to say like I followed like that very traditional route. I went through college, got the degree, and then went and got a job. Now I got my dream job, which I love to death, and but that's kind of how I took it.
And Dan's a loser.
Well, and Daniel, I mean.
You're never gonna make money doing this.
Yeah, like, well, the thing is, like, would you consider this your dream job? Because, I mean, I think it fits you pretty well. I mean, just
Yeah.
playing video games and, talking shit on the internet, like,
Maybe entertaining people.
yeah,
and making
entertaining people. I mean, it's a cool gig, so,
I mean-
like, so, like, what I'm saying for me is, like, there's, like, already, like, a projection there. Like, you go, I'm here at this level, and then, after so many years and so many qualifications, you go up. Like, where is your, like, what's your
ultimate goal?
yeah trajectory, I guess, moving forward with this?
Gracie and Kayla play the next round.
All right,
Oh, here, give me
for-
boo.
I mean, for me personally,
I gotta take this.
I mean, what is it?
I was just gotta take this hoodie off.
Oh,
He's got to get naked for
yeah, it is pretty hot. It's hot in this room.
It's a lot of.
This is number, here, you can be number one controller. It's fine.
Lot of
I'll
balls.
have a drifter. It's
We
fine.
have to also keep the humidity up in here, so the heat's got to stay.
Yeah, I don't know, for little pansy ass over there.
Little pansy
It's
ass
cold.
nitpicky
His little
spider.
8 legs get cold.
Dude, he can have my.
Yeah.
He needs like a little tiny sweater.
He does need a little tiny sweater.
That would be
That would
funny.
be
Technically, he
cool.
has a little tiny sweater.
You're right.
Yeah.
He's not as hairy as the Versicolor was, but he's gonna get a little hairier.
Yeah. Don't piss him off. He'll throw them all at
You
you.
can throw little
I want
hairs
him to
at you.
throw his
Oh,
shit
oh,
at me.
oh. What am I doing? Oh,
So, I mean, for
I don't
me,
know what
if
I'm
I'm
doing.
being honest,
Can you hit the
if we're
button
talking
instead of like doing that little thing?
if we're talking like
I don't know.
trajectory for like if we're saying like
We'll say like 2 to 5.
2 to 5 years,
I did awful.
I mean, I would love to be doing this as a full-time thing. I love meeting new people, and I love connecting with people, and I love the interaction that I get on a like pretty much a daily basis with people. People have helped. I have people come to me in messages and stuff sometimes, and they say, "Hey, you've helped me through this, or you've helped me through that, or you don't know what's going on right now, but I have a lot of stuff going on, and just coming in and hanging out brought me a smile, or it made my day better." And for me, like, that to me is more important than any amount of money, just because, like, I know we sit here and joke about, like, banging chicks and stuff in college, but college, for people that don't know, college was actually a really tough time for me on an emotional level. I lost my best friend in a car accident, or a motorcycle accident, single vehicle accident. I was very depressed. Even though I had you guys around me, I felt very alone all the time. And just had a lot of emotional pain and trauma. And then my parents that were together for my entire life, started transitioning into a divorce, and that was a whole nother something else. That was a whole nother adventure. And my
I don't know.
my biggest thing for me personally would probably be, like I said, in a couple years, do this as like a full-time thing, connect with people, grow, and just network with other really like-minded creators, really. I did the whole like esports thing and like competitive shit, and it's just, that's not who I am. And it just wasn't fun. And I'm not saying it's a bad part of the industry to be involved in if that's something you love, but I just didn't love it. I met a lot of great people. I met some really cool people. A lot of them still support my live streams and stuff, but that just wasn't my section of the internet to be a part of. And since I got out of that, I've really rediscovered fun in doing this.
Okay,
And,
hit the light.
So
Once
I would
left.
say, like, I would like to be full time. If it happens, awesome. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all.
Well, is there any like platform or like idea you haven't explored yet but you kind of are into exploring?
I mean, I've kind of fiddled with the idea of TikTok. I'm having a hard time understanding and wrapping my head around the analytics
Because
of
you're
that.
old.
Yeah, I'm an old boomer that doesn't understand what the hell is going on with it, truthfully.
That's why I don't do anything on there because I'm like, oh no, I'm so confused.
Yeah, like for me, like, you know, I'm not a huge video gamer. I play some, but you know, I play mostly the same like old games that I've played for years. But like for me, I like board games a lot, card games, board games, stuff like that. So if I was to ever do anything, it would definitely be like in that genre. You know, I don't know whether it be YouTube or
My team was useless.
what,
I had to
but-
run around the whole outside.
but yeah, it's that's kind of what I would say. Have you ever thought about doing something like that, like doing like board game like playthroughs or you know like reviews?
Well,
or...
I mean, I've always liked the idea of doing the board game stuff. For me, I've always been so enthralled with like video games themselves, and
It's a visual stimulation for the ADHD kids that we are.
and the board game stuff I actually would really like to get into, but I would like to have a set group of like 2 to 4 other people.
Right. Yeah.
Like every time, I wouldn't want to rotate out people in
Yeah.
that, you know, or be by myself doing like with something with Kayla. I would want to have. It would have to be something where it's fully committed to by everybody involved, where it's a regularly committed to thing. So,
You know, we're not that far away.
No, we could do something like once a month. You know, for sure. I think.
If you were into that.
Yeah, if you wanted to do something, because I mean, we've got some games that are really fun, like 4-player. We've got like Marvel Champions, which you know that's a really fun game. There's
we could do Quelf again.
well,
Yeah, absolutely.
What else? We got that Pathfinder card game that's really fun that we've never beat. We've also got the Harry Potter version of that too.
Yeah. We've only played it once,
Yeah,
so...
it's pretty cool. It's like a deck builder.
We have a Scott Pilgrim game, but we couldn't figure it
Yeah,
out.
we didn't really figure it out too much.
Welcome back, Det.
We'll try.
Danny, that message was, by the way, that I put in chat. That's meant for you. But yeah, I would actually love to do something like that. Like I said, or Kayla said before we started the podcast, and I'll let her go into more detail, but she had somebody come in her stream the other day that
Dropped a fat dono.
like
Fat
well,
dono.
and gifted subs and
Right.
stuff, like without going into like a lot of detail. It's somebody that was already graduated, but they were a student of hers, like her first year of teaching.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so and
That's gotta be a good feeling.
yeah, and he came into my stream too and did a lot as well, but he definitely like took care of Kayla on the
Let's just say I was crying
What?
'Cause
Yeah,
I was so overwhelmed.
We'll put it this way: we're gonna start building her a computer once she gets her payout next month.
Nice.
So, which I'm excited for because she's been using my Frankenstein PC over there since she started streaming. So I'm really excited to get her a better computer. That's always been a budget thing, you know, just money's tight.
Mm-hmm.
So,
This is my ally. Down.
the Discord is in the description, my man.
Yeah.
Anyways, and my Discord is literally this. My name is the same in Discord as my Twitter and Twitch and YouTube.
Not meaning to interrupt you here, but I just had to tell somebody because I'm very happy. The Chargers actually won a fucking game, so they won in overtime, 30-27.
Wow!
Yay! It's their first.
Yay! But anyways, they dropped the fat dono and was like, "Would you be interested in doing a D&D run, stream a D&D run?" Which I'm all about because I love watching. I have a channel that I watch Table Story, which is also on YouTube, by the way, guys. Let me hype them a little bit. But they have some really awesome creators.
Damn, Luigi! Damn, Luigi! Look at you go! Damn.
This is hard. Anyway.
You just like barely turn it too.
Kayla's over here like on a spin cycle over here, can't even remotely keep up. Gracie's just like,
look,
yeah.
I'm a ghost.
Oh,
no
new
legs.
record too.
I have no legs.
All right, sorry,
Yeah, that's true.
but continue. Like,
anyways, they were interested in watching us play some D&D, and Logan, I know you like to, or you did.
Yeah, like I was saying before, like I used to love D&D. I never was like, just like I hate to say like nerds, but the mega nerds that would like dress up and shit. I never got that far, but we had like a really probably like a 1.5 year long campaign that we ran, and I had like this fighter and shit. Yeah.
But I wasn't on that level nerd.
Yeah.
I ran the campaign for over a year and a half.
But yeah, it's pretty fun. Man, I haven't played in probably since
College,
yeah, first year of college too. So I'm talking like almost 10 years, probably almost a decade at this point. It's been since I've actually played. But I would be interested in playing again for sure. I don't have any updated anything. Like the last thing I played was Pathfinder version 1.0, and which was basically like D&D 3.7.5 because a lot of people didn't like 4, me included. But I would be interested to play again. I'll have to break out all my.
you got that Fate book too.
Yeah.
Well, guess who doesn't live far from here? Who's like also in the tabletop stuff?
Who's that?
Dr. Sword in my stream chat, like you've seen him in stream chat?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's Lucas.
Oh, really?
That's Lucas, yeah.
Luke, yeah.
That's Luke. So I went to his house to because he makes mead and shit.
Oh,
so he's like, "Hey, you want to come get some mead? I just made a batch." I'm like, "Well, fuck yeah, where do you live?" And he sent me his address. I was like, "Holy fuck, you only live 40 minutes from me.
Nice,
I'll be right over." So I get over there, and his entire counter when I walk in is just covered in fucking figurines he's building and painting.
Oh fuck
Yeah.
yeah!
I'm like, well, glad to see you haven't changed at all.
I'm nowhere near that devoted. I think I've got some cheap ass you can get the ones at Walmart. They're the little metal pre-painted ones. I've got some of those and stuff. I've dabbled in painting some, but as you know, I'm a terrible fucking artist. You and Gracie were definitely in our group were definitely the fucking artists, and I just sat there and wrote my fucking papers on Nero while y'all were making art. But yeah, I'd be interested in doing that. That would definitely be fun.
Hell yeah. Well, we should start.
Yeah, we'll have to work out the deets.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh no.
Well, cool. Definitely.
No, I ran right into that. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how interested you guys would be in doing a once a month campaign, or whether that be D&D or a board game or something, because I actually think that could be a lot of fun as a YouTube dedicated thing.
Yeah.
Well, I love board games, so
Grace
I'm
always
already
down
going
to
to
play a
say
board
yes,
game.
whether Logan wants to or
Yeah,
not.
or even on
And I
Twitch.
just do what she says because she's the fucking boss. So
Yeah, Gracie's like the board game king.
We have like a whole huge shelf of board games that we never get to play because they're all 3 players or more.
Yeah.
And we're just 2 people,
Well,
unfortunately.
Now, this is just kind of like on the whim kind of mention thing, but you said you brought some board games, right?
Yes. Well, we brought
Marvel Champions and Ascension with us.
and Pop 5,
Oh, yeah,
but
and
that's
Pop
not
5.
like, you know,
That's
any
just
kind
like a Monopoly party.
It's a
board game.
charades
Yeah.
type
Oh, is it
of-
charades?
it's got different things.
Wait a
to
second, Monopoly? We can ruin our friendship?
Gracie will, because she is fucking ruthless at that game.
It. So we played our
Love
niece
you too,
and
honey.
nephew.
Now give me your fucking rent.
We played our niece and nephew, and they're like 11 and 10 or something like that, and we are like scamming them hardcore the whole game. Like they're buying stuff for over listed price and then selling it to us or they're giving it to us. They're not even selling it to us. And then finally they're like, oh, let's just quit because we're gonna lose. I'm like, no, we got to finish this.
You're gonna
I
lose
want to
the
know
race.
how bad I beat you.
Yeah, Gracie
to, like,
makes them
my-
bankrupt.
Yeah, I want to see all their money disappear and go right into my hands. It's a little cruel, but you know,
Hey, that's how you teach them about the,
That's right.
America and
Capitalism.
I
baby.
need true competition.
Capitalism.
Capitalism at its finest.
Someone
I say.
else tried to barter with me on that game, and I'm like, I don't think you understand. The point of Monopoly is to bankrupt people. I don't really want to take your deal.
Well, it's funny, I listened to a podcast about Monopoly actually, and it's really funny because
What a fucking nerd.
it was
I
designed.
know.
Yeah, I was listening to this podcast.
I'm not a D&D nerd, but I listen to this podcast.
But I listened to a podcast
Hey.
on fucking Monopoly.
Look,
Shut
look.
the fuck up, Logan.
When you're mowing grass, right? When you're mowing grass, you go down some fucking rabbit holes, okay? With your podcasts.
Like,
And-
what an intro story. I was mowing some grass one time out at the park.
Well, I was mowing like a 150-acre field.
That's
it
fair.
took 4 hours. So
I
I,
mean-
listened to a shit ton of stuff.
That's fair. That's
And,
fair. Why aren't you listening to my fucking shit show?
Well, it wasn't a thing at this point.
Well, you better start going.
Yeah,
There's a
well-
5.5 hour one on sexual healing
Okay.
with my friend Raz that you better listen to next time
Why
you
was
motherfucker-
I not involved in sexual healing? Because you're gonna need healing after I get done with that asshole.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was actually designed to show the evils of capitalism. That was like its main design. And then Milton Bradley wound up buying it and turning it kind of into
and
what it is.
corporatized it. Yeah.
And it's become like the #1 best-selling board game of all time. And that probably has a little bit to do with like how many fucking versions there are of the game. But it was really fascinating that it kind of did the opposite of what it was intended to do, kind of like Full Metal Jacket.
gonna
did.
fail.
That was, like, designed- that movie was designed to be like an anti-war movie, and it like increased Marine recruitments by like 50% or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting that's what happened.
Well, it's a
with it,
psychological thing. You tell somebody, no, this is bad.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing you want to do? You want to do that
So, by
shit.
God.
So it's an interesting concept for sure.
Shit,
Ladies, how are we doing on the Mario Party? Are we smashing Kayla?
She's trying to smash me.
Booze fucking breaking
Whoa.
them ankles.
Let me smash.
Let me smash, Karen. Let me smash.
Breaking them ankles. Put them on ice skates.
Dang it.
Yes.
You
No
survived.
smash. No smash.
Yeah.
Not today.
Not today. I
Put
don't
on
get
that.
smashed today.
Put on that chastity belt today.
Woo!
No smashing.
I still suck. I'm still losing.
I mean, Yoshi's still kicking our butt
Absolute
completely.
ass.
So you got, you said you had 270 subscribers on YouTube, or?
Yeah, YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube. So, do you understand the difference in YouTube subscribers and Twitch subscribers?
Kind of, like I said, we don't. So just a little precursor. We don't have internet, because we live in the middle of bumfuck
Because
Egypt.
the fucking boomers.
Yeah. Well, I would love to have internet if I
Mm.
could, but they just don't offer it because I think
You
what is
live
it
it-
like 60%
You
of
live-
Tennessee has internet, or 65%. So like we live in that awesome 35% of rural Tennessee that does not have access to
Yeah,
broadband
our
internet.
great governor gives us the middle finger every chance he gets.
Right. Did that the other day, yesterday when he gave that speech.
Well, guys, y'all are getting into politics. I thought we don't talk politics.
Well, our
Well-
governor doesn't count.
Anyways, so we don't have internet. So obviously we can do some stuff with our phones, but to just like sit and watch a stream or something like that's kind of like inconvenient to do. So when Daniel first started this, I thought that Twitch subs were the same as like a YouTube sub. So you could just be like, hey, I like this person. I want to get notified when they post shit, but it's not quite the same. So.
Yeah, so like Twitch, the equivalent to a Twitch. I'm sorry, on Twitch, the equivalent to a YouTube subscribe,
It's a follow.
which is like just being notified when somebody posts a video or whatever. That's a follow.
Yeah,
So
okay.
on Twitch, whenever you want to just say, hey, I want to see when you stream or you post a video on there, because you can't, because you. Ooh.
It's just coins though, right? It's not a
It's fine.
star. Okay.
It's
Did,
fine.
did Yoshi just do that to her?
Yeah, because Yoshi's got all the stars.
Yoshi, you a bitch, Yoshi.
Yoshi, you a straight up bitch.
So the difference in a subscribe on Twitch though is where you're financially directly supporting the broadcaster. So
Gotcha.
you're paying for 30 days of ad-free viewing, emotes. Like for example, if I run an ad, like while I say go take a piss and I run a 60-second ad
You won't have to watch
to
it.
make like 5 cents,
Mhm.
you don't have to watch it.
Why are they going after you?
Dude,
Um,
I got no
so-
legs.
now
You're
now,
in third.
YouTube
You're not
has
even.
a version of that.
Yeah, it's like you can be a.
It's called Join and be
Yeah.
a member of it. So
Okay.
like being a member is like being a subscriber on Twitch.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So obviously like follower count on Twitch is going to be more important as far as your growth, but as far as financial growth and support for the content, support for future projects and things like that, it's going to come from subscriptions or bits, which is kind of like they call it a super chat on
tube.
YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. It's just different terminology.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's like a donation, right? Or like a tip, right?
Yeah, it's like a tip.
Like-
So, yeah, I need to actually change a few things on mine because I have it set up. It says donate. I prefer.
Kayla just got cock blocked so hard.
She's got the tube though.
Wow, you really did. He took all your coins and then you didn't have enough.
Well,
to
I
buy
bought
that.
a tube, so
Yeah, but they did bully you.
yeah, I got bullied.
Fuck that. You should have bought that too.
I know.
But-
Well, I didn't think I was gonna land right there.
That's capitalism, baby.
Welcome to America. So yeah, so I'm starting to move as far as wording and stuff. I'm trying to move more
God.
towards like tipping, things like that. It just looks better on a professional level than saying donate, because donates you associate that more with like supporting like a charity or something like that. So it's just more of like, hey, like I respectively acknowledge this as like a charity over
What are you
here,
supposed
and
to
this is me just
Press when you feel
tipping
a
this
rumble.
person for
Right.
a service that they provided me directly as a viewer. So, and one thing, and it makes people feel less inclined, like they have to or need to be like validated in a community. So that was something I was talking actually about with some of my mods a few weeks back. We were kind of talking about that, like, hey, I think I'm gonna like redo some of these panels and like,
Because like legally they're tips, they're not donations.
yeah,
right?
exactly,
So
yeah,
yeah,
because you still
Oh,
have to
gosh, I
file
don't like
taxes on them and shit like that.
right.
Where a donation, it's going to a charity.
Yeah,
so
those are like tax exempt for the person making them
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, or can be written off. I guess I don't know. I'm not wealthy enough to have to deal with that. I just take the standard deduction. About my fucking business. So,
No, well, we're right there together. Don't worry.
Oh no. This game's hard.
yeah, that one is.
Well,
Shit. Damn, Waluigi, you take that one? You fucking been hustling, y'all.
Okay, I think I understand it now.
I understand
Man,
with my
these
hands.
women are so fucking intense right now. They're not even contributing
Yeah,
to
they're
We
this.
are. We've been asking questions.
We're having to carry this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back on the board game thing, Logan, fill them in on what Ascension is.
Yeah, so Ascension's like it's a deck builder. So a deck builder board game, if you're not familiar, everybody starts with the same standard set of cards. So like in Ascension, you start with the same 10 cards, and you have like a center row that has things that you can buy with cards that produce like runes, which are essentially like
Dang,
money.
how'd you get there so
And then
fast?
you also have like monsters that you can kill with cards that create combat. And the basic gist of the game is to get honor points, and you get those by like playing certain cards that give you them, or killing monsters that give you honor points. There's a certain amount, it's like 30 per player, that you start with. As soon as it runs out, the game's over, and you count up the amount of honor you have, and then each card
Yoshi.
that you buy is worth an honor amount as well. And you add that total up, and at the end, whoever has the most honor total wins.
Gotcha.
So it's really fun. It's super easy. I guess it gets more complex the more expansions you add. They add like different mechanics, but the core game is
About to
that.
get blasted.
You draw 5 cards, you play the 5 cards, you do stuff with it with those 5 cards. Try and generate more and more money as the game progresses, or more and more combat to kill stronger monsters and buy better stuff. It's kind of like an RPG, It's kind of that grind. You buy this expensive piece of equipment so you can kill this monster, so you can get more rewards, so you can buy a better sword, and on and on and on. So it's a really fun game. And then like Marvel Champions that we mentioned, that's a game by Fantasy Flight that came out last year, and they've got a couple expansions. But it is you construct a deck in that one, and it's I think it's technically classified as a living card game, because I believe Fantasy Flight has that whatever, but it's basically a living card game, so that just means it's non-collectible. You buy it in one shot, all the cards, and you take control of a Marvel character. So they have like, not all the Marvel characters obviously have been released yet, but they've got like Ant-Man, I think he was the newest expansion. Got like Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Hawkeye, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man,
She-Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk. And then you basically have a common opponent that you're trying to kill. So you team up with the other players who all have their own character in their deck, and you recruit allies to help you, so they could be like Mockingbird and Iron Man and stuff like that. And then you can attack the main villain and kill him essentially over and the villain is trying to fight and kill you, and he has a scheme going on that if he successfully completes a scheme, like Ultron is like like Rhino is like rob the bank. So if Rhino gets to rob the bank, you lose.
That's
because
hard.
you couldn't stop him before he reached his objective. So it's a pretty fun game as well. Like I said, it's a co-op. I believe y'all played the Pathfinder game with us before.
Yeah, like maybe
it was
one
like
time.
I think when y'all were living over by Rooffoot.
Oh God.
Yeah. So so that game's it's old, but it's like it's a deck builder as well. But that one's a campaign deck builder. So you all start with the same set of cards per class, but then as the game progresses, you get better and better shit. The monsters get harder. And you have a little bit of like dice rolling in that, so it's kind of like a hybrid between a deck builder and like actually playing D&D.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. So
I remember.
Damn, right as
What?
1 second.
Oh.
Damn.
Damn, that was close.
pulling out
That was
clutch.
close.
What was that we used to play with Will? Like when I'd come over and stay at your parents' house in college. Like I remember we would play Magic, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
We played Commander and stuff like that with your brother a lot.
By the way, all those magic cards are in that ottoman in
Still,
there.
Yeah, still got them in there. But we played something else that was like a D&D like card game or something. We played something. I don't know if it was a card game or something on the Xbox. It may have been on the Xbox, but it was like
Probably magic on that. Can you play? What?
Yeah, you can play Magic.
no,
on
it wasn't
there.
Magic that we played.
There's a card game.
I think there was a card game. You know what it was?
Baby Bowser.
I'm like mixing two things up.
How
So what
cute.
we played on after we played Magic was there was a
Oh, yeah,
Xbox
it's a
game.
bib.
It was like a D&D like RPG thing. It was like a third person. It was like Winter or something.
Neverwinter Nights.
Neverwinter, yeah.
Well, there was like D&D Heroes. It was released on the original Xbox, and then they like made some kind of thing that I had on the 360 that wasn't all that great. But that might have been it. It was like a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, like based off of like D&D.
And it was like turn-based, right? Wasn't it like turn-based?
I don't think it was.
There was something we played that was like turn-based. I don't remember what it was though.
I've slept it since then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 10 years ago.
Waluigi's
Only
not
10,
moved
yeah.
for several rounds.
Right.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I mean, there's some other like Magic-ish games. There's like Epic, but I don't think you ever played that with me. That's basically high-powered Magic that's in like the living card game format, so it's like non-collectible. There's a bunch of Magic clones out there. There's like Duel Masters, which is, it's a defunct. Most of them are dead at this point.
That was a bad decision. Yep.
There's like
Bad decision.
There's like the World of Warcraft card game. I don't know Hearthstone. I don't know if you ever played that or not.
Yes. Give
Is
me a
that
star.
Hearthstone?
Yeah, Hearthstone.
I thought I wouldn't land on it.
No, I haven't played it, but I've actually seen it. Because it's pretty big on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yes, Hearthstone is very
Hearthstone
big.
is like huge on Twitch. Like there's some.
Woo!
I met a few guys at TwitchCon. Like their entire career is built around Hearthstone.
It's
and I'm like, damn.
yeah. I never got into it. Just because I'm more of like a physical player. I don't really like a lot of like digital, obviously, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I know it's like based off of the old WoW card game from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. I mean I've watched I have a old
You're gonna get that one too, aren't
coworker that transferred to another store a while back, but he was like really big into
we're all gonna get exploded.
Hearthstone.
Yeah, I gotta get out of there.
So he was like super into it.
We're gonna die.
How much longer we got on this round?
I don't know. We're about to die on this bomb.
There's only like two, maybe 3 more rounds on this one.
Okay, cool. Oh, what is this?
Gotta knock down your house first.
So should we ask like the audience for some questions? Maybe they got some questions for us.
Yeah, does anybody in the audience that's currently actively watching have any questions for our guest or myself or Mrs. Gypsy or about Mario Party?
You got some tips? Just want to tell me to fuck off? You can do that too.
Yeah, if you want to tell this guy to fuck off. While you guys are thinking of some questions, I'm gonna let them host the show for a second. I need to pee.
I need to
pee.
do this.
Oh shit.
So I'll be right back.
The pressure.
Pressure.
Quit laying it on so thick.
You're gonna come back and you're having no subscribers. Alright, good. Now that he's gone, let's talk mad shit about him.
Yeah. So there was this one time in college where he was heating up some Hot Pockets, and in between he'd have a Pop-Tart. So no, or was it a Lunchable?
It was a Lunchable.
It was a Lunchable.
Yeah.
So while he was waiting for his Hot Pocket to heat up, he ate a Lunchable. Then he ate his Hot Pocket. Decided he wanted another Hot Pocket, so he ate a Lunchable while that one was cooking. Kind of a long cycle.
Don't forget, he chased those all with fucking Monster energy drinks.
Yeah.
Or Mountain Dew.
Yeah, we would go to, we were talking about this, like double XP weekend on Call of Duty. It's like Modern Warfare 3 days. We'd go to the store like on a Thursday night, and he would be like pick up his quote unquote rations, which would be like one of those big ass 12 packs of like ham and cheese Hot Pockets. Didn't even get the fucking pizza ones. He got ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese are better though.
Pepperoni.
I mean,
I've had so many pepperoni Hot Pockets. I don't know, ham and cheese
he would
for
get
me.
one of those big ass things of Hot Pockets. He'd get like 2 cases of the Monster energy drinks, like a case of Mountain Dew, and some of those like just add water mac and cheese cups with ranch. And he would just he would legit stay up like 72 hours, like all of Friday. He would skip class on Friday and play all day. He would play all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And then like I remember like Monday morning getting up to go to like 9 o'clock class, and Daniel was just going to bed. I was like, "Oh, are you just going to bed? It's like time to go to class." And he's like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm going to bed. I've been up all weekend." So it just, and he did that a couple times. Like every time double XP weekend would come through.
You know, honestly, I'm starting to get why you like got all your homework done in a timely or early fashion, because your friends were all asleep during
Yeah.
waking hours.
Yeah, because you could just straight up skip class too a bunch. I'd
Yeah.
just be all by myself, just doing homework like a fucking loser, like in the library.
Way to, live the dream of like the 4-year college like career and just get it done and just get it over with.
And with his free time, he joined Prism instead of like partying or something like a normal person.
Tell us about Prism.
Grace is gonna open up that door.
Have to.
I mean, it was Prism.
I mean, Logan, you were in it all your time of college, so you've got to tell us what it is.
So Prism, which I think they've changed their name now. I'm not really sure.
You have, I think.
Yeah,
Because
but-
we memed on it last time you guys were here. I
Oh
think.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so it was like this like super amateur like ghost hunting group in college, and it was. I mean, I was like really into like ghost hunters and ghost adventures when I was like in high school, and I thought it was so cool. And I get to college and I'm like, oh, this sweet. There's like a ghost hunting group here, and it's just kind of amateur hour a little bit. But I never did have like the heart to quit or anything, and so I just stayed in it like all 3.5 years I was in school. There I was in Prism. So Gracie was all the time like roasting on me for being in it, calling me a loser,
I'm like,
telling me I was wasting my time.
it took 2 hours every Monday.
Yeah,
like,
it was a lot.
and like, he could have done so much better with his time. If it had been a good ghost hunting group, I might not have cared.
But it was a light switch flipping group.
Yeah.
Look, there's ghosts! Flip the
Yeah.
switch!
Oh my god.
Which, and after like my first year in it, I really didn't like have time to actually even do anything with the group. Like I would just literally have time to meet, and that was it.
And
So
I would
couldn't
say,
even, like,
please quit. And he'd say, I can't quit. That's not who I am.
I'm not a quitter, so I have a hard time quitting things. So I just kind of stayed in it, and like I said, I didn't even really get to enjoy it because it was I just didn't have the time. But yeah.
Wow.
There's some really good videos from Prism on YouTube.
Yeah.
If
I can't
you wanna
watch 'em.
Laugh at it.
I can't watch him because I'm too scared.
You're
Yeah.
too
know.
scared.
According to the leader of the group, he thought I didn't want to join because I was too scared. Which
But you were.
maybe I was scared of him.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Why are you taking my coins?
Oh, your
Damn, why
money.
they keep picking on
They
you?
bullying me. Mom.
Yeah, fuck you, Waluigi.
Mom, they're bullying me. Stupid.
So
Taking my
anyway,
coins.
Did y'all see how stupid Daniel looked? I mean, jeez. Like,
Yeah, what was that all
I
about?
can't believe he like goes out in public looking like that. Like, Kayla, how can you even be with him?
I don't know. Like it's a struggle every day.
Is it like fucking pity? Is that what it is? You just like pitying him? Like, God, how can somebody dress is so fucking stupid?
Dude, it's quarantine. I don't think I've put on real pants this entire time.
Man, so you're still like working from home, right?
Yep, that's my workspace right over there.
That's fucking cool and fantastic. I
Yeah.
haven't had a single fucking day off.
We're
like,
essential.
this entire thing. So it's like, they're talking about like, oh, everybody needs to get back to work and stuff. They're
You
talking about
haven't left
vacation.
work.
It's like, I need a fucking vacation after dealing with this shit. Like, it's crazy.
What's been the worst thing you've had to do so far? Or the worst thing about it?
Yeah, it's just, I feel like, honestly, the worst thing, and, I'm going to try and be positive because there's a lot of negatives here.
This is true.
But,
We'll go for positive next.
Yeah, the hardest part, honestly, has just been the influx of people. So,
Everybody wants to come to the park.
everybody wants to come out
And
to
get
the park.
shocked when we're busy.
Yeah, get shocked when we're busy. And, and it's good, that people are wanting to get out because, it's one of those things that as technology has progressed, as there's more entertainment at home, parks and, outside things have fallen by the wayside. Our visitation was down significantly, over from like what it was in the 90s or the 80s. So, our visitation has, went sky high over the past year. I think our park is probably going to finish somewhere around 2.5 to 3 times what it normally is in visitation.
That's awesome.
So some parks have gotten like 7 to 8 times. I mean, The only problem is that, you know, our funding has not increased. So it's really put a strain on, it's actually decreased because, you know, there hasn't been enough taxes and things like that support the park and our budget. So it's actually put a really, really hard strain on the state parks. And, you know, and with that influx comes people who have never been to parks before. So, you know, they don't understand, like, that it's for everybody and that you're supposed to take care of it. Exactly. So, you know, they litter or they get lost or, you know, just...
Trespass,
just stuff, you know, that your normal park visitors kind of understand and respect the rules and know that they're there for a reason. Not just to tell them they can't do something, but, you know, to protect this, you know, super rare plant or animal or whatever. And they don't understand it. And most of it is just ignorance. You know, a lot of it's not people being, you know, malicious. It's just they don't understand.
Knock him off his throne.
Yes.
So that's probably been the hardest thing.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know that Logan's a park ranger and the Gracie works at the park as well.
Yeah.
So they take care of a little small park at the edge of Tennessee and Georgia line. Red Clay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. So what you're saying is we need to ask people to maybe, like, you know, give a couple dollars when they come and visit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Give a couple, you know, put it in the tip jar.
Yeah, they're really hammering it hard and, you know, like holding it against us if we don't ask, which that seems kind of scummy, you know. So it's kind of hard on park employees right now.
Mm-hmm.
So but, you know, we were deemed essential. We did close for like 2 weeks, but, you know, that was more of a, because nobody was following, you know, the social distancing guidelines, they made us close.
Jessica just got so excited because you're a park ranger.
It's a cool job.
Yeah. Hey, I have actually talked about following your footsteps and not being an art teacher anymore because I fucking hate teaching.
Yeah,
so I'm like, maybe that's something I could do.
You would love it.
Yeah.
You know, it is, I will say that if you're thinking about it, it is really difficult to get into. You know, I think we have 220 ranger positions now with the state of Tennessee. And, like, when I interviewed, more than 250 applied. So, I mean, there's
fighting for positions.
More people applied than actually, you know, there are positions. But it is one of those things that once you get in it, it's, you know,
you're there.
You love it. You know, I was really at a loss when I went to college. I knew I wanted to do something with history. Because I always had a passion for it, and I always thought, you know, listening to my grandparents and everything, that meant either teaching or lawyer, right? That's kind of your options. So I was leaning more towards like going to law school and stuff, and then I took a summer job with state parks, and I absolutely fell in love with it like the first day. And I was like, this is what I want to do. I've always been an outdoorsy type person, and you know that was in 2013, and I haven't wanted to do anything else since. So.
And what he gained in happiness, we lost in money.
Yeah, you will not make a lot of money. You know,
so the same thing I'm doing now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anything you do in the public, you know, in the public sector, you're not going to make a lot of money.
Okay.
No.
So just, you know, be ready for
You
that.
will sacrifice a lot of your time, your energy, your health, everything for not anything in return.
So again, what I'm doing right now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, for any government work.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Well, I will say with the pandemic, I have been noticed more as an educator. At first it was negative because they were trying to get us back in the buildings and we were like, fuck no. But I will say this second semester has really enlightened some parents and some people in the public eye. So I will say I think this is the most gifts I've got at holiday break.
Okay.
So I feel like, and I'm the art teacher, so I'm not as influential
So
as.
how do you do art online? Like that's got to be really difficult, right?
So we adopted the Florida Virtual Learning program, which is it already like workbook bullshit online. So a lot of it I derive from that. Is it my favorite? No, but so they do like this workbook kind of thing. It's very low impact to their budget or whatever. we're basically they do a lot of drawing and not really a lot of like big projects, which is fine because a lot of our kids probably don't have a lot of supplies at home. We do, however, because of CMAs in Nashville, we get a little bit of money from CMAs. So they bought us enough art supplies to hand out if any kids need it. So that's kind of awesome. So I've got all these little baggies of art supplies. So if kids need them, they can go to the school. They can go grab it.
Nice. So do you ever go to the school, or do you always?
No.
Nice.
So I can go and teach from the school. I choose not to because obviously I really don't want to go through the traffic in the morning because that's the worst part of working in Nashville, but living outside of Nashville. You have to drive in.
Ugh.
So that's the bummer. But because of the pandemic, I can work from home. I don't have to go to school. I have everything I need here. They did provide us a laptop, which is, we got a new laptop, which has been nice, but I have my own setup, so why use it? The only thing I use my laptop for actually is to call the parents. I use it with Skype to call the parents. That's the only thing I do with my laptop. Everything else I do on...
Your kid's a piece of shit.
No. I do have to call and tattle on them, like, all right, it's week 3, your kid has turned in nothing. Can you tell your kid to turn in stuff? What do you mean? They told me they turned in everything. Well, ma'am,
your kid's a fucking liar.
Ma'am, you see this digital, like we have a digital platform that they turn their work in on, and it shows like a little icon when they turn something in. So, I mean, they can see exactly what I see. So, there's no argument anymore. Like, I can't lose their homework because they threw it on my desk anymore. Like, I don't have that. There's no, that excuse is not there anymore. So, it's there.
Yeah, she can't. They can't be like, oh, Miss Turner must have lost my homework.
So let me ask you this, because I actually had this conversation with my boss, because I feel like this has really opened a lot of eyes.
Oh, hi, by the way, guys, I'm back.
Yeah, Daniel's back, so we can't talk shit about him anymore.
Damn it.
But I was talking to my boss about how this is going to change. Probably how we run things from here on out, because we've been doing all these meetings and stuff virtually over like Microsoft Teams and like what is it?
I think
Zoom.
I think it's going to be a required skill set.
It's going to be easier on our budget,
Yeah, not have to travel.
To not have to travel to these meetings.
Because we all have to come, to Nashville.
Right.
So, and we all get paid for our mileage if we stay overnight, like our lodging, our meals.
So it's just it's going to be so much easier on our budget. I'm hoping that and like, I'm wondering like.
Yeah, I remember you used to travel up here like once every like 6 to 8 months or so.
Yeah,
for,
at
like,
least.
stuff.
Yep. So,
because that's why we would always get to hang out a lot more.
Which way?
With us.
Hold it vertically, joystick up.
But is that going to like change, do you think, teaching at all? Do y'all think it's going to have any permanent impact in that?
I will say because of Metro buying laptops for every student, so now it's a 1-for-1 schools system. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So now all the kids have their own laptop. The thing is, I'm really worried about, are they going to let them keep them? I don't know. Where they can actually take them home, or they have to leave it at school.
I can't figure this out. Because I'm ready? Hold on. What's left and right? Oh.
It's showing
there we
you
go.
on the little thing there, Grace.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was pressing the wrong thing.
Okay. But I will say that I think it's, this is gonna, hold on, this is too much.
You focus. Kick Yoshi's ass.
So, the way I know,
This is
I know
hard.
for us with my job, this whole thing, it's impacted even like how we do meetings and stuff now, because obviously like we can't meet with the entirety of like multiple stores all together. So,
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I know that I've seen us do a lot more group calling and group messaging and stuff like that now more than ever before. So
I will say the negative impact now is, are they going to be able to separate that time from you're off? Like, it's 3 o'clock, I'm off. Like, you shouldn't, I don't have to answer emails anymore. But I still have people emailing me, expecting me to answer them as a teacher after 3 o'clock. Do I answer them? No, I don't, because I'm trying to separate that time. But there are parents that get mad at me if I don't answer them at 6 p.m.
Like, yeah,
They'll
like-
send a second message, and I'm like, look, I'm not getting paid after 3 p.m.
Do you stay after work for fun?
Right.
Like,
I try not to, and I try to make that separation. But being at home, I work from 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night most of the days. So I'm working more at home than I was when we were physical. So that's been the negative.
Well, that's
For
because
sure.
you've not created that separation. You still contact people.
Well, it takes so much time. We have to make so many calls.
and
Well,
sometimes
no,
it weighs
absolutely.
on your mind until you just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
the problem is you get it out of the way and then you got to do it all again tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
they've put so many more hats on the educators now. We've got to make
yeah.
not only phone calls to the kids that we do have, but we also have what's called navigator calls
'cause-
here in Nashville, where we basically have a set group of kids that we check in on, make sure that their home life is good. Which we need. I agree
Well-
that needs to happen, but do the teachers need to be doing that, or does someone else that
That should
actually
be-
is qualified to be doing
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was gonna say. That's not even your job.
Lead you on.
Yeah.
But most of the kids do connect with their teachers instead of like the counselor or the
I mean,
or whoever.
If little Timmy shows up to school covering roaches and shit like you've had happen before in the past,
Yep.
that's different. But they're not coming to a classroom in person.
So you have to check
If
in
they're
on
really that concerned, create jobs for fucking social workers and send them out to check on the kids.
Well, that's kind of what we're doing. We start that initial paperwork. Well, hey, we're kind of worried about little Jimmy.
Up there.
Something's not right. So that's what the initial call is for. We're like, hey, is little Jimmy getting 3 meals a day? Oh, did you know that we have this meal program where you can come and get breakfast, lunch, and dinner now offered through our school system, which I think is awesome.
Yes.
cool.
But
That is cool.
or is your computer working? You know, we ask all these questions, and sometimes the parents don't answer, and sometimes they do. Sometimes they overshare. Sometimes the kids overshare, and I'm like, there's an issue there.
It's crazy how bad like kids will like the stuff that even me like when we're leading like a tour or something. Some of the stuff that they say is just
They have
like,
no filter.
wow, you know, like wow, they just like straight up just all the family drama.
Well, that's always happened, but I
Yeah.
think, especially with this new generation of kids, like, social media has really, there's no boundaries.
Yeah.
You share everything, which is, I guess, fine.
It gets it off their chest.
Right, they feel better about it. And
It's a little shocking, though.
yeah, I'm like, oh,
Wow.
Because we were told to just be quiet,
Yeah.
suck it up.
right.
Hold
Your
it in.
emotions don't matter.
Yeah. Mental health's not important.
What is mental health?
Yeah, what is it?
What
you know?
is that? What do you mean your brain hurts? What do you mean you have ouchies on the inside?
You got the
Depression's
fifties?
not real.
You'll get over it. It's fine. You'll get over
You're
it.
just being a sore loser, you know, and
Oh Lord.
you just got
You're
a
a
bad
pussy.
attitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
This
gotta
is
love growing up in the South.
this.
Yeah.
Hey, and being a millennial.
Yeah. Yeah, we were doomed from the start.
Yeah, and this is why we all have mental health issues, lacking serotonin.
You sit there and like you're crying on the inside, laughing on the outside.
Right. Yep. This is why we all have issues. Yep.
It gets kind of hard sometimes because you get that dark humor and people get really uncomfortable with
Yeah.
it because you sometimes forget who you're talking to and you just let it fly.
No, not around us. We just let it go.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But yeah, it's like you know, there is definitely like a disconnect between the younger and older generations for sure. So not so much I think between like millennials and like the Gen Zers, but like you know the Gen Yers or no, we're Gen Y. The Gen
It's gonna be
Xers,
Gen
X.
Alphas now. This next one is Gen Alphas.
like the Xers
Wow.
and then like the Boomers. There's a huge disconnect between those two and like the Millennials. So, which I didn't realize that Millennials was such a wide like range because
Yeah.
like what it's between 89 and
Mm-mm.
what
It's
is it?
86 because I'm 88, and so I'm
Okay,
still considered
86.
a millennial. I'm
I
an
gotcha.
elder millennial. No, actually, I think it's before 86. What? We have to look it up.
It's like 80. It's like in the 80s, and it goes all the way to like 2000. It's like
Yeah.
there's a huge difference between somebody like you know, who's born, you know, like or even us because we were born in the early 90s, versus like my brother who was born in like 98. You know what I mean? Like there's a huge difference there, because like we remember like
Millennials were born between 81 and 94/96. I think 96 is the one I typically see.
96. Okay, yeah. So my brother just barely misses that cut then, but it's like You know, it's like there's a big difference there. I don't know. It's just because like
Yeah,
you know,
81's a whole entire different time period than
81.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's interesting because we're the generation that went from analog to digital.
Yep.
So we got to see that shift in the paradigm of technology.
So you know what's really uncomfortable? We plugged in a webcam today at work, and all we had to do was plug it in, and it worked. And I remember you had so many CDs of software to set up, and it took hours, and it was just boom, there it is.
Yeah, it was crazy. So it's
And
it's
it makes you feel so much older than you actually are.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty wild. It's even just since I started streaming the way certain things work.
Yeah.
Like I'd go like this webcam, like on a computer, like actually that computer. When I bought the webcam and stuff for it, I had to download a bunch of drivers manually and stuff. Now, like you said, you just buy it, plug it up, and it works.
Yeah.
It's got the driver built in, or it's Wi-Fi, so it's like, hey, it tells the internet, I need this driver, and it downloads it.
I remember the first laptop I ever got for school had like 16 gig, hard drive in it, and it was like, oh, that's huge, or maybe it was 32. It was either 16 or 32. It's like, oh, that's massive, you know. And it's like now
I'm never gonna fill this up.
Yeah, now you have like 32 like gigs of RAM. You know what I mean? Like easily, you know, and like terabytes of hard drive space and stuff. It's crazy. I think it was like I want to say
you
it
can't
was
operate with less than that.
Yeah,
No,
I want to say it was like
won't.
a 1 gig RAM on that computer or something like that. Like maybe it was even less than that. But
Hell, I remember putting stuff on floppy disks
Yeah.
to turn in for work or for school.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh
I
God,
remember-
that dates me too much.
I remember learning about the transition between the floppy and the DVD drive disc.
And the USBs. Disc
So I remember how to like transfer from a floppy to a CD for those computers that have floppy and disk drives. I thought about building like a retro PC that was like
Oh.
Windows 99 or Windows 2000 in it,
Oh, that'd be cool.
and like strictly play those old ass
That would be
fucking
badass.
games on it.
Because that's me. I'm like a vintage gamer. I love the old games. So
Oh.
Now, how well it would work, I have no fucking clue. With like streaming and stuff, I don't know
Right.
how well it would work. But I think it'd be a cool thing to just have on a random desk.
I mean, I guess you could always just do an emulator, but I mean, what's the fun in that?
Millennial Falcons. Zach, I would sign that petition.
Yeah, I would
By
too.
the way, hello, Zach. Hope work is going well for you tonight, my friend. All right.
That was interesting.
Was that like a mini game or
Yeah, we were.
You know, that's like this is a river thing, so you got to pass all the mini games through the river.
something? Oh, so it's like a big mini game with a bunch of little
It's a
mini
game within a game.
Oh, shit. That's like Far Cry 3 with the Far Cry what's its face DLC. That was like a game within the game. And then in Far Cry 4 you can find the arcade within there and go back in and play that DLC.
I played let's see, the last Far Cry game I played was Primal. That was pretty fucking cool.
Was it?
Yeah.
I've never played. I bought it. It was on sale not too long ago for like $6 on PS4. So I was like, fuck it, I'll buy it. I'll play it one of these decades.
Yeah.
I'll get around to it eventually.
That was a long time. That was a long ago. I think it came out like right before Fallout 4. So I got it and then played Fallout 4 for a little bit, and then I was like, man, this game, I don't really care for this game that much. So I
hell?
stopped playing it, and then I got really busy at work, and then never came back to Fallout 4 until like years later.
Which Fallout 4, once you get through, it also depends on which storyline that you picked and went
Yeah.
with. Because the Institute storyline, like, you learn more about your origin as, like, what happened. Or at least what Sean wants to tell you.
Right.
Your son, quote unquote.
Right.
So you learn more, but I don't think it's as cool as the Brotherhood of Steel
Yeah.
storyline in that game.
What really turned me off on the game,
And nuking that fucking Institute bunker was fucking
Yeah.
dope, too.
what really turned me off on the game was like building the stuff. I don't know why. I just didn't like it. I don't know if it was the interface or what.
To be fair, the interface kind of sucked and was
Yeah.
trash on console. On PC, it's actually pretty fucking awesome, and it works really well. And then there's mods that you can download to make it even better, like where you can improve on it even more. So like the roads and stuff, and those little, there's like a mod for the roads that are in the little village areas where you can build and stuff. And you know you've got like grass and dirt piled up on it. There's like mods to fully remove that so the roads are clean and you can
nice,
like
yeah.
you can make them look nice and shit.
I mean, I definitely think like somebody who's got the patience to mess with it, you know, they can build something really good.
Yeah, I have a buddy that when Fallout 4 first came out, he built so much in his first settlement that he had to delete stuff because it was crashing his game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he was playing on PS4. It was just taking up all the memory of the RAM and stuff. Yeah, but if you actually like spend time playing Fallout 4 and just play it and play the story, it's a great fucking game.
Yeah.
Like it has a good story in my opinion. If you go with, like I said, the Brotherhood of Steel route is really good. And then they added so many companions too, where you could like side with them over the Brotherhood or the Institute. So there was actually like multiple ways you could play through the game. Those other routes would still kind of either lead you to the Institute or the Brotherhood, but that game had a lot to offer. Compared to Fallout 3 though, I only put 300 hours into it.
Only 300.
Fallout.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
To be fair, you should have made that your ghost.
So
It's
here,
like the corner's not there.
I mean, come on though, Logan. How did we become friends?
Yeah, so funny story. So like Gracie and Daniel met like in art class.
Well, we were in the same freshman orientation group for visual artists.
And like, so Daniel, the first time I ever met this dude, we were all eating lunch, and I made some fucking joke, and he like corrects it, and I'm like, what a fucking douche! Like Gracie, who the fuck is this guy?
You said something about
like hungry people somewhere,
and I said no, it's actually this other country.
Yeah,
and then you were just like, huh?
Yeah, I was like, what a fucking douche.
And then later on, like a year later, you told me, like, I fucking hated you when
I
you...
was just like...
He was like, you ruined my fucking joke and I hated you.
Which, to be fair, like, you know, a lot of the folks that was in y'all's classes, they were kind of weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were very...
No, you can just say it. They were cunts.
Yeah, they were...
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
they
trying
were.
to be nice, but yeah, they were, like, just straight up assholes.
Oh, my art is better than yours.
Yeah.
It got on my nerves so bad because someone would work hard and you could tell they just didn't have time to see their vision through.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody would slap something down. They're like, oh, you're a visionary. Because I had like a test canvas once where I was just like trying stuff out before like a final, and I left it in the art room to dry. The next time I came into that class, people were talking about it because they couldn't figure out whose it was. They're like, oh, it's very interesting the way they did this and that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. This isn't
You
even...
pompous assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I took a shit and wiped my ass with this. I just didn't want to flush it down the toilet. I was coming back to get it today after the dookie dried on
That's
it.
the thing with art, though. It's all...
It's subjective.
It's very subjective, and, you know... It's the viewer's opinion, honestly.
But yeah, but then like after that, it was like what, like 2 weeks later, something like that. Gracie's like, "Hey, let's go hang out with Daniel," and I'm like, "Oh great!" And the fucking douche from
Who ruined my goddamn...
It's funny because like what I remember about meeting Daniel, he was talking to some other girl in our group.
It's always another girl.
And, well, it was mostly girls.
Yeah.
And you were talking about my ex-girlfriend, this and that, blah blah blah, like so sad.
I was laying the foundation.
Yeah, and
oh shit.
And then like another class period or something, you were talking about Call of Duty, and I'm like, hey, my boyfriend plays Call of Duty, and you're like, okay. I was like, okay.
Fucking douche.
Yeah, you have a boyfriend. I don't give a shit.
And then, Kirby.
I'm here for the single ones.
And then Kirby invited us to have lunch.
Oh yeah, I liked Kirby. I really did. Kayla already knows that whole story too.
I mean, she did have some boobs.
I liked her boobies.
I mean, why did you want to learn how to knit?
so I could just be there and see her sitting upright like that, holding the knitting needles.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, I want it.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I was that shallow in college.
Hey, though, Kirby was awesome.
Hey, you were
She,
very confident in your sexuality. We know that for sure.
Yeah, and she was actually
Yeah.
just a really cool person.
Yeah, she
aside
was,
from that. She
she
actually was pretty cool.
She was my first friend out of that group, you know, and I tried to expand, but Daniel was kind of a jerk. Yeah, downing on Logan for his little Ethiopia joke or whatever
That's
it
what
was.
it was, yeah.
And, but then, you know, he asked to hang out, and we went and hung out, and the rest is history.
So,
Sort
like,
of.
Well,
yeah, so I come in and like Daniel's playing Fallout 3, and I'm sitting there watching him, and I'm like, he's played like
I
30
need to pay
hours or
attention.
40 hours at this point. He's like on level 6. I'm like, how the fuck have you played this long and only on level 6? So I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what he's been doing, but he's obviously like my first thought was maybe he left his game on like all night on accident or something, you know. But I'm watching him.
Oh, no.
And he gets this quest, and he just fucking walks out of Megaton and just starts walking across the fucking place. He's like, damn it, I've already been here once, but I gotta go all the way back across the map to go here again. And I'm like, why don't you just fast travel? And he's like, what is that? And I'm
it was
like,
so revolutionary.
fucking fast travel, dude. Like, pull up your map and like you hit X or A or whatever it is on the Xbox on the thing. And he's like, dude, just fucking changed his life forever. I was like, have you really just been walking across this fucking map? Like, he's like, yeah, I am. And just like I really like this game, but it just took forever to do quests just because I was walking everywhere. I'm like, yeah. But it's funny because like in this like session that he's playing, he recruits Jericho, which is
Fucking Jericho.
fucking Jericho, and you know, to be his companion after he finishes a quest. And so we leave and we come back
Which
the
way you
next
want to go,
day,
left or right?
I don't care.
and Jericho's no longer with him. I'm like, hey buddy, what happened to Jericho? And I'm laying there on his bed, and he just like pats me on the stomach. It's like, he didn't make it, buddy.
Let's go right.
Okay.
It's so fucking funny.
Like, we had like a little mini funeral and everything for Jericho.
Poor Jericho.
Remember, he died with all of my shit because I was just
Yeah.
in Vault 88, so I had to like keep sneaking in there and getting all the loot off of him.
Kept looting his dead body.
And you're like, oh, there's Jericho, yeah.
He is. He's all naked and shit laying there. You still on fast travel?
Yet he still doesn't
dispenser?
fast travel.
Nope, he
So,
still walks everywhere and doesn't use his force.
No, let me explain. So when I'm playing games like
Uh-oh.
Assassin's Creed and shit like that, where you can either fast travel or take in all the goddamn beauty of the fucking game development. That's probably just me being a damn boomer that grew up playing Fallout 3.
Yeah.
That's just literally a grit line of green shit everywhere. But green and black,
Yeah.
like that's the color scheme of Fallout 3. My favorite game, like my favorite RPG, other than Ocarina of Time. But
Is that considered an RPG?
it would be like a JRPG.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never know how to classify because they're kind of like adventure games, but
yeah,
there's some RPG elements to it.
yeah. I would classify it like a JRPG. I mean, look at Dark Souls. You know.
Yeah.
So, Dark Souls is literally an extremely hard version of that game. If you think about like the core
Wow,
elements.
they suck.
You don't know where the fuck you have to go. You have to ring a bell 3 times.
Yeah.
Or twice, I
That
mean.
suck.
And then kill a boss. And then you move on to the second half of the game, which is basically Ocarina of Time. You got to get those 3 emerald pieces, kill the bosses, and pull a fucking sword. And then you become an adult and you start the second. So it's basically the same game.
Ocarina of Time is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
But
really-
yeah, I mean,
I guess I should have.
so I'll walk somewhere, like if the quest is like within 1,000 meters, like
Yeah.
I'll just walk because I'm like, man, it's fucking gorgeous. Like I'll take the map in. I mean,
Plus you can like pick up some loot and shit too.
Yeah.
Along the way.
well, and then I have people like Spencer and Darkslayer, who's probably at work right now. He's like, God, he's not fast traveling again. He's just walking everywhere. And it's like, the damn game is so beautiful. Like, why would
beat
I
it.
fast travel? But whenever they harass me about not using my horse or my mount, I'm just like, okay, well, fuck it. I'm walking the next 4 hours of gameplay. So then, like, I could have a quest that's on the complete other side of the map.
Walking.
Like, it'll be like, you know, like 5 kilometers away. So it's like, it's going to take you like 15 minutes just
Yeah.
to walk there. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to walk and kill everything on the way and
There you
loot
go.
everything. Because you said something about
Like, I've gotten to the point in Skyrim where I've done basically everything in that game. So I literally just start walking in a random direction. And
on
just,
what game?
On Skyrim.
Oh, yes.
Just start
Aw.
walking. Like, I'll find
The
something I
business
haven't
table.
seen maybe, you know, and every
Yeah,
once
there
in a
we go.
while something will come across. I'm like, hey, I've never seen this before. So, you know, it's just some random piddly-ass little dungeon that I'll go in and, you know, kill something or whatever. So,
Man, Skyrim.
I put so many hours into
I
that
didn't.
game.
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
mean,
pedal. Oh,
our
we're so knocked
friendship
out.
really began with me discovering RPGs.
Yeah.
And it has continued to flourish with talk of games like Elder Scrolls and stuff. Because obviously I'd never played Elder Scrolls before. I heard of it, but I never played it.
Yeah.
And whenever you were like, "Oh yeah, Skyrim's coming out," I'm like, "What the fuck
I'll
is
go
that?" You just looked at me like,
left this
"What?
time.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What is that?"
I was a mega fucking Oblivion nerd. Oh my god, I played Oblivion so much in high school, and Skyrim, you know, was coming out, and I was just like, oh, I've got to fucking have that so bad. Like, I'm a mega RPG. That's like all I play is RPGs, basically.
Mhm.
So, you know, I played a little bit of Call of Duty, you know, when in college, but I always sucked at it. I wasn't any good, so I just liked running around with the fucking noob tube and pissing people off.
that
So.
and the what did we call that class? The Russian, like the RPD and RPG. You had a name for that fucking.
I
Barely.
don't remember.
It was like a Russian leader. You were like, "This is the."
Oh, the Stalin class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you said
Stalin.
this is the Joseph Stalin class. I'm like, God damn it, dude, it's so fucked up.
Yeah, it was. It was like a shotgun and like a fucking RPG and like a fucking like claymores and shit.
Well, I always thought you used the. I remember you always used like the RPD, like the LMG.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it had like a 300 round magazine on it.
Yeah, and a drum mag, and then you'd use the rocket launcher, the RPG, and then claymores, and smoke grenade.
I just remember we played Domination that one time, and like it was like the kill cam, and it was me literally like hopping over that wall in, what is it, favela or whatever, on the center flag, and shooting the RPG over there and killing like 4 people at one time, and you just hear them like cussing me out in the damn kill cam. Like, you fucking noob too, bitch.
You fucking piece of shit, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. You know, 2008 party
Yep.
chat talk.
Oh my god. And
You guys don't even know.
I would just sit there and like camp on spots and just like fucking noob tube the shit out of people.
I was always the sweat on Modern Warfare 2. I love it today. I love Clay, guys, but I have to rat on him a little bit, chat. So, Clay, he's one of my mods and very good friends. He's a mega COD dick sucker, man. Like, that's like all he fucking plays. I just got him on ESO, and he's like obsessed with it now. He's like, oh man, we're gonna get on and do our dailies. Like, and I like ESO, and like he's like surpassing me on the fucking nerd level with that game. And but it's so funny though, because today we were in Discord chilling, like before you guys got here, just hanging out, talking. You know, I try to do that like every so often, just hang out with people for anybody that like wants to just chat. And so we were hanging out, and Clay pops in there, and he was like, we started talking about old Call of Duty games, and we started talking about Modern Warfare 2 and like how even though it was
game.
yeah, that game was a broken piece of shit, but it was fun, and that's what made it so fun. And we've had an entire 2-hour podcast episode talking about Modern Warfare 2. So, but that's what made that game so great, is that it was ridiculous, but it was playable. You know, it was a broken, playable game. And you could just do some of the dumbest shit on that game, but Clay was like, yeah, fuck that Modern Warfare 1 though, COD 4 remastered. That game was a piece of shit, full of sweaty motherfuckers, and I'm just like, you play Black Ops Cold War that has skill-based matchmaking. I'm like, Clay, you're at a semi-pro level. Like, you're really fucking good. You get put with the sweatiest people. What do you mean Modern Warfare 2 is a sweat fest? Or COD 4 Remastered is a sweat fest? Oh, man, I was giving him such a hard time about that today.
Penguin!
Do not buy Cold Sore the prop hunt has skill-based matchmaking in it.
Oh.
I watched a video on it today. You have one fun, good game of prop hunt. You're gonna get put in there with Scumpy and get your non-existent balls stomped in.
Yeah, I don't.
We have lady balls, okay?
You get your taco tap.
Oh God.
See, even Immortal said it's trash. Don't do it. Don't buy Cold War. Except to play zombies. I will say zombies is a lot of fun on that game. Dude, I got to rank 47, and we almost extracted. In this new zombies, you can extract with a helicopter and survive, and you get like a shit ton of XP.
Nice.
Instead of just like going till you die.
There was always something very poetic about the inevitability.
Yeah.
That you knew you were going to die. It's
Yeah.
just-
How
Yoshi,
long?
get out of the
How long
damn
can you
fucking,
fight the
God damn it.
Which is basically real life when you think about it.
Exactly.
No, not the
But that's
penguins.
a philosophy episode of this
Why are you
podcast.
pushing him this way? Stop it.
Which me and Logan used to have some pretty deep convos
Yeah.
between all of our sucking dick
There's-
conversations.
Wario!
Yeah, when our dicks weren't in each other's mouths, we were having philosophical conversations.
I always liked our philosophical shit conversations.
Exactly. Well, you always do your best philosophizing in the shitter.
Speaking of the shitter, what have we downloaded, guys? What's our favorite
Oh,
new
yeah.
map?
Our
or
favorite-
new app?
My favorite new app is Poop Map. Poop Map.
So if you guys don't know, there is a application or an app that you can download that is called Poop Map,
Yep.
and you can log your logs.
Yeah, with
Which
your
one you wanna go?
friends. You
I'll
can
go
add
right
your
this
friends on there, and it marks on a global map where they took their last shit.
Yeah. So you can log all of your dumps and see.
You can even post selfies.
Yeah, you can post selfies. You can rate your dumps. You can describe your dumps. So, you know.
Yeah,
it's
that
good
day
shit.
I did the 24-hour attempt. I shit 3 times.
Hey, that's like
Yeah.
once per 8.
No.
That's a good ratio.
Yeah.
Keeping your colon nice and clear.
Yeah, it worked all right. That's for sure.
So what is prop hunt? What do you do?
Oh, so it's basically, you remember like search and destroy?
Yeah.
So picture that without a bomb,
Okay.
but you have one person and
No.
one person on a team, and then 11 other people by them, like basically kind of like free for all in that sense, where they're by themselves. So it's like 11 versus 1.
Okay.
And the reason why it's kind of like search and destroy is because if you on that team of 11, if you get shot, you die and there's no coming back.
I got
But where it's its own thing that's interesting and where it gets its name from with prop hunt is if you're on that team of 11, you that was a good one. You spawn
Oh, man.
God
as
damn it.
inanimate objects, so like light poles, trash can,
I gotcha.
You're
like
trying to hide.
random shit. Like I spawned as a paper cup one time playing Black Ops 4 prop hunt. So you just spawn as random things, and then the one guy by himself, he has to find everybody. So it's like
Okay.
it's like hide and seek.
That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it's
Why
fun.
is it trash though? Why is...
The one in Black Ops, the new Call of Duty, is trash because it has skill-based matchmaking. Basically, if you do better, you get put with people, quote-unquote, in your skill level. So, like, the better you do, you just keep getting put with higher-level players.
So you
Instead-
can't feast on noobs.
No.
Well, it's not even, yeah, I mean, and it's not even about feasting on noobs with the old CODs. It's more of the randomization of what kind of lobby am I going to get. And the other thing that Call of Duty does now is it closes out every single lobby and puts you in a new group of people every single time. So it constantly is mixing you up. So you can't find a lobby that you like and just stay in there.
Gotcha.
You remember the old days of you get in there and you're talking shit with Johnny on the other team and you're going back and forth, and then the loading screen hits and then you're like, all right, I'll talk to that motherfucker in like 4 minutes when I'm done
And
shit.
then you'll wind up being on the same team at some point.
Yeah, at some point you're on the same team, and then you have to listen to those fuckers like fight back and forth the whole
Well.
time.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it didn't need that much
It's
time.
fine.
But prop hunt on Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare Remastered, that shit was fun.
I got you.
Oh, I'm supposed to grab this? Oh,
That
okay.
shit was fun.
Gotta grab ass.
Like, I would be so down to do like a Modern Warfare Remastered night and just play prop hunt the entire broadcast.
Yeah, you should do it with like your subscribers, man. Just like make a lobby of all them.
Like private match.
Yeah. It'd be fun as hell.
Gonna sit on this block over here until Wario
I think that'd
goes
be
and
a
gets
lot
his
of
shit.
fun.
Hey, I'd be down. We did Among Us community night.
Yeah, we did do an Among Us community night, which that game's fun.
Yeah, that game is neat. I've played a couple rounds and watched some. So.
Yeah, we do it on stream sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
You and Gracie should come play and lie. I want to see how good of liars
Oh,
you
I
guys
think they'd be
are.
great to play Among Us with. And
Pink
you don't.
sus.
I'm not
the
a good
best,
liar.
I'm the best liar ever, especially when you catch me in the middle of the act of killing somebody, as happened with
Yep.
me and Caleb. She goes, "Babe, where were you going?" I was like,
Why were you venting?
what-
He's like,
what-
I don't know why. No, I played it with my students actually the last 2 days.
Nice.
That was their incentive, was to play Among Us, which they loved it. They're like, oh, "You're gonna play with us, Miss Turner?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
You gotta
Yeah.
do your work then.
I'll tell you guys
Turn in
what,
your homework.
in Discord,
I was like, "You have to have an 80 or higher, and you can play."
in Discord, I'll post in the Call of Duty channel and put this idea up and see if anybody's interested.
God, this fucking balloon. Why are you running away from us?
So how much more y'all got to go on?
I don't
this?
know. We're
I
just
think we're getting close.
just dicking around.
I'm just gonna skip the tutorial for
Yeah,
this.
you don't need no damn tutorial.
Just gotta walk. I gotta pee.
Oh, not in the mud.
Oh. Ah!
Oh fuck! I got 8. You got your asses 8.
Uh-oh.
No, the one that I would do it on, Dead, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered on PS4. It's an older COD. If it's expensive, I would definitely not buy it, just because it came out. The remaster came out in 2015. Unless you
went
wanna play
that
the-
long ago.
Yeah,
Holy
the
shit!
the remaster.
I have to pee.
Oh,
So you need to play. So you hold on. Well, let's do
Tap
this.
tap tap.
Yeah,
beat.
go to the left.
So you have to row.
Row your boat.
You gotta row your boat. Excuse me. Come on, this way or something.
come out.
I got pee. Excuse me.
Am I doing this right?
No,
Oh, sorry.
shake it real quick.
Shake,
Oh,
shake,
never mind.
shake that ass.
Shake that ass for me. You about to win, Gracie?
I don't know.
Is it $40? I don't know how much it is right now. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you did
we
it.
clutched up, Gracie. Give me 5. Yeah, all year I've not high-fived anybody, and it's
Yeah.
just been eating at me to high-five somebody.
There you go. Gracie popped your 2020 virginity.
Oh my
I
god.
feel so honored.
You should.
I mean, I haven't high-fived anyone. I don't want to touch anyone
Yeah.
ever again.
Modern Warfare is awesome. That the story in that one's is really good in that Call of Duty. Yeah, if you go risk getting COVID, you can save $10. Oh, what am I doing?
Push that.
What?
We gotta light all the candles, so just hit that.
Oh. Oh, what happened?
We're going to the game now.
Oh, I'm such a fucking boomer.
Where we at?
Okay.
What's going on?
Get out of my way, Waluigi. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. What the fuck is that? What the hell?
That was weird.
Oh, god damn it.
This one's kind of pointless. Okay, don't forget to high five.
Oh, how do I do that?
Just shake it, because I don't really know. So you're all watching any shows right now?
Hey, what?
Shows?
I'm watching Demon Slayer right now, which is the anime. And
Oh.
I fall asleep watching Life Below Zero. That's my go to sleep show right now, so I don't have to pay attention to it. I don't really.
I need
Oh,
one
and
of those.
Mandalorian. We've been watching Mandalorian.
I've been
We're
wanting to
behind
watch
on that.
Yeah. Gracie has recently gotten me into
One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill.
Oh man, that's going bad,
With the hottie
Oh,
that is
fuck.
Chad Michael Murray.
dude. That is going bad.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I grew up
You
like.
gonna watch Degrassi next?
No,
we've
we already
watched
finished that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is like
All the way, we
so
did
started
junior
with, like,
high
the kiddie,
through next class.
Yeah, we started with like the kiddie drama, and now we've gotten into like full blown like.
Actually, Degrassi's a little more extreme than One Tree Hill.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Them
Yeah.
Canadians go hard.
So now are you gonna go to what's the new one that's on Netflix that all the kids are watching?
13 Reasons
Yeah,
Why.
13 Reasons.
We
You do that
We've seen the
next?
first season, and that last scene in that kind of,
Triggering.
yeah.
Yeah, I watched it all because I have students that watch it, so I'm kind of like trying to keep on the information because if they start to talk about it, I'm like,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about, and we
Oh.
can talk about the subject maturely.
Oh.
Yeah, I see that. I'm jealous. So somebody got to sleep with Chad Michael Murray. Did he brood at them? Because man,
Wow,
that would make me moist.
that is awesome.
Did we win?
That's
Yes,
a
we
brag.
won.
We won 2 high fives.
Hey. Even though Kayla carried most of it there.
Yeah, I really did.
Hey,
I had to go pee pee.
my paddling was amazing. And then what's the
Logan
rule?
knows all about your
Yep.
paddling.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
And what's the rule with driving?
Oh, no, not play again. How do you get
What's
out
the
of that?
rule with driving? It doesn't matter how many hours you drove first. It only counts if I'm the one that finishes the race.
That's what she said.
So I get all the credit.
Yeah,
I've played
13
through in a row.
Reasons was pretty difficult to get through.
So the next two, if you thought the first season was difficult,
Yeah.
wait till you get through the second and the third. There's some dark shit. That's all I gotta say.
I'm calling him bad boy when he's drunk, so.
Oh man. Oh my goodness, I just seen the time.
Yeah, we've been talking a long time.
Yeah. Well, I think we just finished our game. I think this is a good place.
And it's 1 in the morning.
And I have to be at
Yay.
work at 9 a.m.
Woo.
So
Fun stuff right there.
I do want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out and watching and listening to this episode of the Shit Show podcast and watching us play Mario Party, mostly Gracie and Gypsy.
Woo!
I played every round.
And Logan played around.
I won, didn't I? Yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
hustled y'all.
And I carried me and Gracie
Oh, I bet
on
you
the
did.
raft.
We never would have made it off that river.
Without you.
Yeah, my excellent paddling skills.
Luigi would have been lost forever.
Oh, shit.
So, thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching the broadcast. And if you're watching it on playback, thank you very much for listening.
Give it a like.
A share.
Follow.
Subscribe.
And a subscribe.
A subscribe.
Don't forget to buy the merch. Links down in the description below.
Buy this shitty hoodie that I really didn't, design.
Yeah, please buy my merch.
Tell everyone it's comfy too, please.
Yes.
Tomorrow there will not be a stream. We'll be taking tomorrow night off, I think.
Because our friends are more important.
Yeah.
Yay.
You guys are important, but my
Feel special.
friends are even more important. So we're gonna take
We
the
haven't
night
seen
off.
them in a couple of months.
Yeah, we were looking. It was June. Last
It was
time,
May.
Or May. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
can't
May.
even keep the months
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah.
Been a
So
while.
you guys have a good night. Seriously, I appreciate it. I'll let
Look at his little booty. Look at his little booty. He's making webs with his little booty.
All right, let's do our outros and then you can watch the spider. So yeah, you guys have a good night. I will be live on Saturday though on Twitch. Okay, as soon as I get home from work, so like 10 p.m. So you guys have an awesome night. Love you all, and everybody else can do their thing.
Thanks, guys. This is Artistic Gypsy. You can find me on all the things as Artistic Gypsy, except for Etsy, which is Kayla Turner Studio. So if you want to check out our stickers on there, that'd be much obliged if you bought some stickers.
Buy her merch.
Right, and then you can, put those on your Christmas gifts that are coming up, or some New Year's, fun things that you're going to hand out to people. I don't know. Got the ideas. But yeah, had a great time tonight. Thanks, guys.
This is Gracie. I just want to say thanks to Daniel for having us on. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and this is Logan, and I've always wanted to do this, so I'm going to do it. So, and that's the way the cookie crumbles.
I've always wanted
to do it. Let me do it.
All right, guys. Everybody have a great night.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. We love you.